knees and the shins. That's awful. Let's see. This door's not closed, so this druid here. Oh yeah, let's take care of that. The fog, shall we? There we go. So this druid here is going to do some druid stuff and cast some druidness.
Druidness.
Yeah, what's a fun spell to cast if you're a druid, man?
And fire.
I remember.
Or thunder.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cast anything like that. I don't think I have that.
Witch bolt.
Did it down which bolt? That's only like warlocks.
Really?
Mm,
I probably could have just looked it up, but no.
you said you could have looked. Probably should have looked it up. What?
Huh?
That's correct. No, I'm kind of thinking based on what you said. Sorry, I'm trying to redo my stat block. I realized the druid stat block's not the druid stat block. It's just a description of actual druids. Here it is. Uh, yeah, let's just go with the old reliable.
Okay. Japanese.
So you can see the druid kind of raise her hand. You see a small, just clamoring of electricity start forming. In a, let's just get this done real quick. So in an, let's say square, we're going 10-foot square. So that looks like what? Ooh, 10-foot cube. Is that a 10-foot? So 510. So 510. So 10-foot cube. That. Yeah, it's this. Nope, that's still not a 10-foot cube. That's a 10-foot cube. I don't know if that's a 10-foot cube or not. I'm gonna find out if this is a 10-foot cube. Give me a sec while I discover things. Sadly, on the downside, some of the things I usually use are no longer applicable. Yeah, it's 10 foot. That's a 10-foot square. Alright. That'll work out for me. I don't really need it for much more than a few seconds. So, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, just so you're aware, the druid is going to cast Thunder Wave.
To
There?
go through walls?
I mean, it
Is
can't
that the
go.
radius?
I mean, it can technically go through walls because it's not like it's sound. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Wouldn't
radius,
it get weakened going through walls?
I guess. But it's magic, so I wouldn't. I don't think it would unless it's physically obscured by something. Let's see. Uh,
It's like sound.
so thunderous force sweeps on you. Each creature in the 15-foot. Oh boy, that's even bigger. So that's everybody in the area.
Oh god.
Originating from you. So originating from you. So this cube originates from the druid, which is right there. Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Almighty.
Ooh, god.
Uh,
Attack allies as well.
it's I probably won't have it. Let's see. So you're pushed away 10 feet. In addition, any unsecure objects that are completely within the area of effect automatically are pushed 10 feet by the spell. And this spell emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet. Yeah, no, this going through walls. Uh,
Damn.
or at least it's not going through walls, but it's gonna hit walls. So I just need everybody in the vicinity of that square who is, uh, yeah, that's gonna go straight through. So everybody in the square needs to make a saving throw.
You said it doesn't hit allies as well.
Oh no, it's gonna hit everything in that vicinity.
Oh, cool. Even monsters are split. Okay.
Not very cool,
You said a
actually.
Jax saving throw?
Con save.
Okay, thank you.
What if you could just jump out of the way of a sound? That'd be crazy.
No.
Bro.
You just cover your ears real quick.
I mean, it's a cube. That's why it's a cube.
I mean,
'Cause it's 3-dimensional.
if you use the spell silence, you're basically immune to means thunder damage. So that spell won't be effect.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It is sound, so yeah.
So, yeah, so that would be Tilgrim, Jotun, and Zatara.
And
I
all
need
the
you to make a
four-
Constitution save.
Oh my
Wait,
Oh god, the fuck?
Well,
And
okay.
What's the one?
Oh, why you
Damn.
cheering about a 2?
Oh, at least it wasn't in that one.
Hey,
At,
yo.
at least it wasn't an actual one.
I'm confused.
Like,
It was a
Nope, you
natural
rolled
one.
in that one.
You
You
rolled
rolled in
that
that
one,
one.
dude.
No,
You rolled
wait.
that one.
Oh, he
Yes, I
did.
did.
Oh, he did.
Oh, before
Yeah,
him,
that's
so
your
I'm
plus
the
2 right there.
Yeah,
That's your plus 2 on the nat 1, boss.
it's 3. You
Oh dang, that
rolled
sucks.
that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's
Pilgrim
it.
rolled
Lord.
a
That's
2.
it.
You rolled a 1. I need Jotun's roll. Are you here, or are you still playing, or not playing, trying to fix your
I
thing?
don't think that she can hear you. Probably can read. I don't know.
Well, yeah, someone like ping Yo and tell her to make a con save for.
Oh, my bad.
So that happened.
Hey, yo, bro, this man.
Ain't that fun?
Man, that sucks, man. I told you guys not to die.
The first time we didn't die.
Yeah.
Yo, Dice Parazer, can you? He's telling us not to die. I think you gotta conform to what the DM wants. Like you trying to
Facts,
work with me,
man.
buddy. I say that as if I wasn't trying
I
to cuss out
mean-
the bot in general.
Facts.
I saw you and type for a second there.
I mean, you could be deaf. I mean, the sound.
I'd rather be deaf than dead.
Man, just be deaf. You're immune to thunder damage.
Facts.
Yeah.
Can't shit.
Oh, where is Jotun's roll? I saw her typing for a second.
Hey, we got it. That's something at least.
Oh, stick. That's not enough. I could even tell it's not enough.
Even my spell save is a 13. I'm not a caster.
Yeah, my spell save is 13. It's not enough.
Mhm.
Damn, bro. Wow. Exactly 13 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's definitely a lot of damage.
This man says like,
That's light. My man would cleave
Kingdom
me in half
Hearts.
with sound,
light.
bro. Must be nice to have HP.
maybe that's,
Cleve, you
And
would
he's
have
down.
now.
oh shoot.
Yup.
Hey, yo.
Oh yeah,
so
he's level 1.
Yes,
Oh
and
shit.
No, he's
Oh my
level
God.
2. That doesn't even make that much of a difference.
yes,
Damn,
10
sure.
Ah,
Yes, 10, yes.
dang.
He has 10 HP. Hey, yo.
Get them saves.
Oh shit.
I mean, he's
Tell
not
you
dead.
Oh,
what.
were those 4 like straw men destroyed?
Hopefully, should be.
We're in the radius.
Facts. Like,
If I know.
Depends. Do they make it or do they miss it?
I don't think here at all.
Yeah, they're gonna get hit. There's no way they're gonna be able to withstand that. They're too small. Small creatures don't
Oh.
really get to
Damn.
What about the world side?
Jotun Satero takes, so you're down. So all right,
Down?
so let's go through this real quick. So Jotun is Tilgrim is down. So let's just talk that real quick. You're one. I'm gonna initiate all saving throws when they happen. Just to be a guy. Just to be that guy to give you some. Well, honestly, it's just to make things a little quicker. Satero's also down.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
what?
I'm not. I had 5 HP left because I had 18 HP and it take away 13. That's 5.
Oh, I thought you had 12. That's interesting.
Oh, hold on.
No, I had 18.
Oh, I asked at the check. You said nothing. Okay.
What do you mean? Wait, what check?
The health check.
I was check at the beginning of
When
every
was
every
this?
session.
Because I left my
Uh,
computer for a quick second and I typed him back in chat
No,
and I didn't
it's
hear
fine.
anything.
No, it's
Okay.
cool. So you have 5 health left. Jotun's at 11. I just want to make sure this is accurate. Yeah. All right, cool. So, Zion, go ahead and make your first save roll. If you roll a 1, I'll let you follow up. If you roll a 20, I'll let you follow up.
Just make those saves,
Ooh.
man.
Talk to the bot, bro. You can't blame
You
him
better-
for anything.
See, that's one. That's one.
Ooh.
That's one.
Good, good,
All right,
good, good.
cool. So you're stabilizing. This will just let anybody wake you up with normal things that they can or can't do. All right, cool. With that, the okay, the other druid kind of rushes in with the other druid. These things are all gone. So you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, and you're dead. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, you don't get experience for that. You didn't kill them.
Damn. One of
Did
these.
it didn't affect the
Did
guys outside?
No, because the door's blockaded and this is a stone wall, so it didn't bother them.
Oof.
They heard the sound though.
Yeah.
But they didn't get hit with anything. They also saw the rattling of the building. The Mardikovs in the distance also saw the rattling of the building, so note that as well. What happens to the big dudes? They didn't really, but this will probably get them because, well, it's happening again.
Oh
So
god.
both
Oh,
the druids
sick.
kind of stand next to each other and clasp hands and raise their hands forward. You could see again the same kind of lightning, kind of crackle, and then emit just kind of a strange aura around them. Wait, what was the Jesus Christ?
Oh,
Oh, I
my
don't have
bad.
to do that. I'm a silly Billy. Ha ha ha. So I need oh yeah, yeah. Let me just
2d6 plus.
let me do that real quick. So Jotun roll con save and Satera roll a con save.
Oh,
If I could
Lord.
do a reaction.
So that'd be like what? 46 plus 10.
All right. Do you have something on reaction?
Yeah, do you have anything on reaction?
Well, verbally, nothing like damage wise.
Then you don't have a reaction. You have to set the reaction on your turn.
Okay, that's fine. Can't save.
Unless it's written into your character or
Come
class
on,
or whatever.
you dang bot. Hell yeah, 21. Let's go.
Dope. Roll
Uh,
again.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Well, they're both casting it, right?
Oh, it's too
Ah,
safe.
bro, what?
Yo, it's too
Dude,
safe.
Got
oh,
past the
that.
first
Oh,
one.
that
Got the first
that's
one. Chill, chill.
foul.
That's
I
a
know.
Kind of
power move.
funny.
That's a
That's
power
kind
move
of
right there.
trash. Okay. I'm nervous. Hell yeah, let's
Oh,
go, bro.
oh.
Look at that.
I'm gonna
Terran's
survive. Come on, now,
got
man.
the,
Yeah, I'm
got the
gonna
real
survive.
health.
I'm gonna survive.
Right?
Yeah,
His
good job. Smiles down the
poor
Oh.
pocket.
guys. Poor horse like, let me help you
Oh,
out, my boy.
yo, in another roll. Someone
Oh,
ping
we
me.
need more moments like this.
Facts. The Lord is shining on him right now.
Oh, yo.
Yo, Lord is like blessing you right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
another one.
Already doing D&D.
Oh, shit.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Okay. This is incredible.
All right. So the effects
Man,
just
that's
kind of
wild. You
kind
would
of
have died.
kind of fizzle. This kind of makes the druids incredibly nervous as they retreat.
Ooh.
For sure to run away.
With that, the rest are just whoops.
Oh my goodness.
The Matrix.
They're coming for me.
Oh no, they're coming for me.
Yeah, bro. I'm in danger.
I
Thank
wish
God,
my voice
thank
could
God
go
I'm
that
not there.
high. I'm not even gonna attempt it. I just got off a sore throat. I'm not trying to cause a second one.
Damn.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yo, Alex, do you have some a baby dragon scale real quick? I think we need it.
Ha 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 ha! Very
Yeah,
funny.
let me pull
Let me just call up my grandfather for a dragon scale.
I mean,
Shut up.
He said, I mean.
Oh wait, I forgot. You're not actually on the map. Hold on a sec.
I'm
If you're
definitely
like,
not on the map.
if you're a
Yeah,
red,
neither of you are.
if you're a red dragonborn, can you use one of your own skills for?
facts. I don't think right.
Sadly,
Pick
that's
it
not
up.
how it works.
Yeah,
Ah,
dragonborns aren't. Yeah, dragonborn isn't a dragon.
Ah,
dang! Imagine that'd be crazy.
you beat the system.
That would be extremely
Things
helpful,
go
but
for like,
yeah.
those go for like 1,000,000.
Cool. Top of
Those
the
are
turn.
expensive. Oh yeah, stop there.
I just chip a scale off, and I'm a billionaire.
Wait, who?
No, it's not. It's
Top of the turn, it goes to Lucian, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah.
And DTO.
So, you left off downstairs, holding on to the door, kind of blocking out or sealing out everything in front of it to save Kester. You note that nothing is technically happening. There's no banging or anything. The room is kind of just silent again, but it's hard to hear past that door anyway.
If I put my ear to it and listen, do I hear anything?
You can hear murmuring echoes and shuffling, but there's nothing really audible. No speaking or anything. Just kind of just noises, like echoey noises.
So going over to Kester. So I'm gonna attempt to negotiate. And if things don't work out, I'm gonna use a safe word. And what should that word be?
Okay.
Your word would, you know.
Freaking listen. All right. I don't know what kind of safe word you want it to be. I don't have anything on the brain at the moment.
Cool. Jackpot. So go back
Jackpot.
to the
Yeah.
goal.
Let's go with that. Jackpot.
Uh, hmm,
Don't worry. I'm right behind you.
all right. I'm gonna give my all in this attempt. So I'm gonna open the door and try to go through.
So as you start to pull the door open, you can hear it slowly creaking. As it pops, you're immediately met as you kind of enter through by the druid and kind of his group. The druid kind of stares at you. You
Before
could
he tries
see.
to attack, I do something.
Can you who what where?
Can I try to say something before he attacks or does something
I mean, I don't.
dangerous?
I was just telling you what was going on, man. Like
Okay.
but
All right.
I guess I'll
Sorry.
skip it.
No, I want to hear it.
Oh no, I was just gonna say he kind of looks at you. His hand is kind of in his beard. It's long, and he's just kind of pulling it. He kind of raises his hand up, an aura kind of forms. Go ahead, make my day. Felt like using a '70s movie. Go.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. And I drop my bow and crossgun to the sides.
You drop them
Safety
to wait to the side or to the floor.
the floor.
Okay.
Safety of the young ones take priority. I'm sure you can understand. We didn't come here to fight, and neither of us were harmed in that little scuffle. So why don't we start again?
You can see the druid shake his head. Do you know where they're keeping it? The power.
About that, we don't have the entire story. The lads and I came at the request of the burgomaster of Crest merely to acquire some alcohol that he's been waiting on. I don't know anything about the Mardikovs or what power you're seeking. We're
Uh,
not we don't have a full breadth of the story. Nobody knows how those crows come in.
Fine. Go find the arch druid.
And where would he be?
Last I saw, he was with Minerva on the second floor.
Oh.
He can tell you what I cannot. But if you have spilled the blood of our kinsmen, expect problems. And with that, he
No,
kind of
I've
keeps his
laid a
hand.
hand on your man as I pound my chest on my honor.
Mm, just thieves in the right place at the wrong time. All of us.
That's
He
good.
says and kind of nods. He goes back to pretty much ignoring you. He goes back around toward the wines and he starts looking at the bottles of wine. You can note that in the corner of the room there are 3 casks, all branded with the Wizard of the Wine logo. From
All right.
experiencing the vat room, you note that if they're branded barrels, most likely they are filled.
All right. So for now, I'll pick up my weapons off the floor and go back out the door I came in.
All right.
I'll ask him before I leave. Does this door seal when it's closed?
He kind of nods. Indeed, this is some sort of chilling ice room or something.
I'll leave the door before as I exit out. I'll leave the door a little cracked, so he could get out the room if he needed, if he wanted to.
Okay.
And head on back up the stairs and pat Chester, pat Kester and the soldier. There's a soldier.
We're not gonna look around in that room, are we? Oh man, I would have liked to
You
see.
could do what
You
you
could
want. You could do that
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
sick.
want.
Yeah, I'll do
could
that
ask.
while you go
I'm
negotiate.
more interested in getting information.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'll just head down there and see what's going on. Then
As this
I'll
is
leave you
happening,
to that.
Exalt eats through the back door and
Oh,
kicks it in.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
what's it?
he ate through most of the wood on the back door and ran
Huh?
through.
What? Huh?
Uh,
There
he was
would be
Thing?
he was hungry.
Oh,
beams.
What kind
Yeah,
of
he ate
goat
through the
is
wood
this?
beams.
Jesus.
You guys don't know much about goats, do you?
Dog, they eat anything on wood. They eat
I didn't know it was that fat.
They have 4 stomachs, my dude. Yeah.
No, I
But
know.
goats
I
are
didn't know it
goats.
was that
I
fat.
know goats can eat everything, but I never imagined what eating a solid
Oh
wooden
wait,
door.
can I
It just
can I
never
step back
came into my
downstairs
head.
and ask the man for his name?
Sure, but I'm not gonna click all those buttons again. So as you go back down the stairs, he notes to you that his name is Cinder of Zolf. I'm gonna write that down because there's gonna be some spelling stuff popping up.
This dude.
He also notes that all of the druids you would run into in this area are of Zolf. Nah, homie, we're not. Oh, she can't hear.
All
Cool.
right. So I'm gonna head back up to the door, and do I still hear the scratching?
So heading back up to the door, you do indeed still hear the scratching.
It's like just taking notes. And what's the goat doing right now?
So technically, the goat is or Exalt is really just sitting in the corner, uh, doing whatever he technically wants. So Exalt, what are you currently doing?
I guess I'll. I'll probably bash my head against about English guy. I'm gonna bash my head against the door where Lucien is.
Okay, so
I like to stop him
he
from doing.
he's currently next to you, bashing his head into the door, and you're trying to stop him.
Doing that.
Yeah, so you grab his small horns and kind of force him to stop as he baz angrily at you.
Bah!
Oh my God, please die. All right.
Lord. So I'm gonna lead him out of the house.
Okay, so I'll just have you kind of move him about 10 feet away from the house.
And then I'll go back in and close and lock the door instead of just relying on the wooden barricades.
That's a shame, but okay.
Actually, he doesn't have hands, so I'll
Oh
just
wait,
leave
no, he ate through the door. Like there's a hole in the
There's a
door.
hole right now. There's a hole.
The door was open.
No, it wasn't open. He's just it's barricaded. It was locked from the
Oh, no,
inside.
no. I took the barricades down and then went
Oh, you're
outside.
right. Yeah, you did go outside. Oh,
The door was wide open.
yeah, he just ate a hole in the door anyway. Then
I'm gonna put the barricades back up to just keep him out a little longer.
okay.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I have a goat in the backyard. Oh no, he ate a door. He had a hole through the door. He's inside now.
God
The
forbid.
thought,
You
the
know, go
thought
back.
of opening, the thought of opening the door and sicking the tiny tree people and the very annoying goat at this point crosses my mind. But I'd rather not lose another lion out here.
Wait, can I eat? Can I eat those?
The problem is, I'm thinking that he might actually be able to eat them, and that terrifies me more.
Imagine eating for an item.
Oh Jesus
Oh
Christ!
God. Oh God.
There's no way I can slip
Campaign's
past.
over now. Oh God.
All right. There's no way I can just slip past these things peacefully, these things quietly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open the door, try to slip past them as they jump on me. At least try to jump on me.
You said you're gonna try to slip past them.
Yeah,
Uh, so that's gonna
I
be
know that'll be difficult, but yep.
yeah, that's gonna be a stealth check. I like to try to get around them without them really. It's doable, but it's a. I mean, let's see. They're against the wall scraping. Yeah, no, that's a hell. That's actually a stealth check at disadvantage. How are you gonna get around them?
I mean, I said slip past them. It wasn't meant to be stealthily wise,
You
so I'm just gonna try to open the door and
open the
quickly
door
get
and
over
just-
them.
Oh, okay. So you just okay. So you open the door and you just kind of, I guess, jump over them.
And they like they because they were just scraping against the door. They should like fall down or something or into the room.
Did you kick them over or did you jump over them?
I went over them.
Yeah, then they're not gonna fall down. They're kind of just gonna look and like kind of look at you. Well, yeah, you hadn't hit them to the sides, but
Okay, then I'm
yeah, they're pretty much just gonna be focusing on you and just kind of surprised. You can see them just throwing their hands up, screaming, but there's no sound because well, they're trees.
okay. Then I'm gonna go up in between those wine barrels on the right. So that pretty much all three of the druids can see me.
So here,
Oh, up to the large ones.
so here.
Right. Pretty much in between those two.
Oh,
Oh
like
my god.
here. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So also pretty much all the druids can see me.
Oh, okay.
Upon getting spotted, I'm immediately gonna drop my weapons and get on the floor and bow to them and beg for forgiveness. Say that I spoke to Sir Cinder, and I fear there's been a grave misunderstanding. Hope you can forgive the lads for any damage they may have caused.
All three of them kind of look at each other. The one who well had her arm twisted kind of grits her teeth. I think I still want you all dead, to be honest. As the other two kind of look at her, mm,
Is there any way I can make this up to you?
uh, the druidess in the front kind of looks. Let me have those metal arms on your friend, and I'll think about it.
Why? That's something you have to talk with him. Something I can't offer, as it's not mine.
She just kind of glares at you. Pity, and she walks into the other room. At that point, the other two druids kind of look. What is it you want? Why are you here?
Only came at the request of the burgomaster of Kretz, and for a delivery of alcohol, he was using this for the funeral of his son. Unaware of what exactly is going on here.
Wrong place, wrong time. Fools. Fine. We will allow access to the second floor. Go ahead. Find our master, Irvain. That the small like tree creatures all start to leave.
Sorry guys, false alarm. Everybody can go home now.
Imagine if
That
that's
pretty
all.
much, yeah, that pretty much kills your thing. So I'm gonna leave you on that turn.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna just get up and pick up my weapons again.
Okay. Uh, that goes back to I keep having to scroll up. So Jotun and then Exolf. We'll skip you. I already killed the door. Sotero, yeah. So Jotun, Sotero, Kester. Hell, you guys could see it. Why do I have to keep doing that?
I was gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, thank you, sir. Wait, Jeanette, can you hear me then, or no? You still screwing around with the headphones?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
Ah, she's back.
So you have overheard in the main vat room that Lucian was discussing with the druids that they don't mean any harm, and that he talked to someone named Cinder, and that there's just been a misunderstanding. However, you also heard the main druidess, who is currently walking your way, say that she wants your arms, and she's not satisfied. However, all the other, at least druids and blights, to your knowledge, have ceased their attack, as you can no longer hear any pounding on the door, nor can you note any twig blights roaming around. However, from your angle, you could pretty much see, as you're leaning up against the desk, her walking towards you. So it's your turn.
Um, who else is who's dead behind me?
So that is Tilgrim, who was slammed into a wall and had her tiny bones shattered. She is currently in stable condition. However, she is unconscious and not doing great.
Oh, Sarah, can you do anything about that?
I can. Well, yeah, most definitely, yeah, I can stabilize her even further. She doesn't
Okay.
seem to be injured that gravely.
Is there like a window in the door?
I mean, we're pretty even with a party member in critical condition.
Is there a window in the door? So there is no window in the door. No, it's a full block iron forged wooden door, meaning there's iron strapping all over it with rivets to keep it tight and in place, but there's no windows of any sort. It's a pretty well made door, so it's very little space in and around the parts or joints.
Okay, so if I were to open it, like, well, we would wait, so they're not attacking the door anymore, right?
No, nothing. You don't hear any sounds coming from the other side of the door anymore.
So, Um, I'm gonna try to open it like slowly, just to see if they're like still out there.
Okay. So as you go to the door and slowly open it, you note that the tree creatures are kind of just like away from the door, staring at it, but they're not attacking her on the steps anymore. They're just kind of like blankly looking at you as you open the door. They don't seem to be any in any kind of way hostile towards you. They're just kind of standing there staring at you.
Okay, would I be able to walk around outside?
If you'd like, you can walk back into the vineyard.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go out the other way around and then come back inside.
Okay, which direction?
Um,
Mm,
I guess towards the left side.
So Okay. So from this area you're in, you could see the kind of courtyard area where they crush grapes to create the wine. You could see the different what are these called? Parapets set up and sitting there.
Hmm.
You could see also through the columns, there are like tree blights and a well on that other side towards the west.
I'm gonna. Do I have enough movement to get inside?
No, you're out of movement currently.
Okay. I guess I'll have to end there for a bit.
All right. Um, with that, it brings up Sotero and Kester. Notably enough, the druid is going to move 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, I was hoping that. Role play time. Okay. Um, I'll kind of wave my hand up towards the Jews, like not, hostile anyway, and I'll say, "Hello there. We haven't met, but my name is Sotero."
Can you roll a deck save for me?
Ah, okay, that's yeah. Okay. Mm, deck save. Oh no, it's gonna end terribly. Unless screw it. Nope, didn't go well. Oh, you've got the exclamation mark. Oh yeah.
So the druid punches you directly in the face
Ouch.
as she walks out of the door and just continues following after Jotun. Do you have any other actions or fun stuff you want to do?
That was my accent. That was just like real play. But okay.
No, no, I know.
Okay. Well, I was gonna offer to heal her, but I guess. Um. Seeing as this did I notice Tilgrim being knocked back?
Since you were also knocked back too, yes, you noticed that in the upheaval, Tilgrim got slammed into the wall because, well, Jotun slammed into the dead. Yeah.
Barricade. All right. I'm gonna look under the desk and kind of peer. Do I see Tilgrim anywhere?
You see Tilgrim just laying there unconscious right next to you. Uh, she's kind of just she's breathing, but you could tell it's tense. It's stressed.
Okay. Yes. All right. Can I attempt to stabilize her as a bonus action, or is that an
Can you
action?
do what?
If I were to try to, bring her conscious, would that be an action or bonus action?
The only way you can bring her conscious would be to stabilize her with medicine. That would be a full action to do.
Medicine only. Okay.
Well, if you have a spell that does it, you can also
Yeah,
use the spell.
I have a spell as well. Cool, that
Yeah.
works.
So anything's going to be an action you do.
All right. Well, I'm going to. How small is she? Okay, I'm gonna. Am I able to fit her in the palm of my hands, or
You
is
will
she
not
like?
be able to fit her in the palm of your hand. She's a
Okay.
gnome. She's roughly 3 feet tall, maybe a little taller, maybe a little
Well,
shorter. She
all right.
might be a little short for a gnome.
I'm going to bring Tilgrim closer to me, and I'm going to attempt to bounce. Um, what is it called? Dress for wounds as I cast healing word. May the light never set on you. So 1d4 plus your spell casting ability modifier plus 3, because cool. Alright, damn, that sucks. She regains 9 HP.
I mean, that's more. I mean, that's pretty much full health, actually. So,
Dang, cool. Well, that's a
yeah.
fix to that. Alright, does she seem rejuvenated in any way?
So, she does. She kind of arises from her slumber, waking up and looking around. That said, she kind of still puts her hand on her chest. Tilgrim, you are still very much in pain. You are, however, back on your feet and ready to go.
That was a bonus action. Um,
No, that was an action, or was that a
no,
spell? That was a bonus
that was a
action.
spell. The spell is a bonus
Oh,
action.
okay. Yeah, there you go. That'll work.
Yeah. Alright, so that's my last first level spot. Okay. I'm gonna look down at Silgrim. Hey, are you okay?
What?
What happened?
I can really tell you. I'm guessing it was the druids. Last thing I knew, I was being knocked back. Seems like you were caught in the crossfire.
Oh,
Then again, are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Is there? I
Really
tried my
sore.
best to bring you back. Is there any lingering pain?
No, I'm sore, but I can deal with it.
Right. Well, if you don't mind me, I'll try to tend to my own wounds. And what's that? I should leave that for the party. I'll reach in my bag and take out a healing potion. And as my action, I will drink said healing potion.
All right.
2d4 plus 2 plus 3. Cool. Wait, actually, it's not plus 3. Call 2d4 plus 2. It's 9. That's fine. Yeah, I regain 9 HP.
All right.
It's 1.
So you're at 14. And I have Tilgrim at 9. Okay. I believe you still have some movement if you'd like.
Yeah, I have maximum movement. Should I go after that druid? Mm, don't think I can survive another punch. Really hurts. It's over. What are you thinking right now? What do you suggest we do? As I look down and kind of peer at her. Muted Scion. It's not. All right. For my movement, I'm going to not follow that druid. No, thank you. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move to the staircase. Wait, say that again. Okay. Um, what are you thinking? What do you suggest we do? Because I don't really. That was my first interaction with the druids. Kind of sour.
Right now, we just need to survive. Get what we came here to get and leave.
Right.
Where's
Okay. Cool.
everyone else?
Well, as far as I know, I saw Jotun at the corner of my eye leave through that door. I think the druid's coming after her, and everyone else, I have no idea.
Hmm. Maybe we should stay away from the druids. All right, let's find the rest. The rest.
Okay, so I'll just stay with you. You want to go? I was gonna go upstairs.
Sure, you can go upstairs. Anywhere
All right.
where we won't potentially die.
Would I be able to hold Tilgrim since she's a gnome?
I can walk.
Oh, you can walk. You sure?
Just as I stand up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess I'll just have her follow me. My max movement to the entrance of the stairwell as I end my turn, preparing to head upstairs.
Sorry, I was muted. Are you going? You're going through this stairwell here?
Yeah, I think that leads up, right? Or down. Oh,
It leads up.
yeah. I'll go. I want to go through that one. Yeah.
Okay. You have. Let me see. Based on where you're at, you have. Ugh, I have to click the button.
You do.
You have, if I'm not mistaken,
Secret level.
right? That would be great. You're human, so technically, uh,
I'll look down. Is my bullseye lantern still shining?
I was gonna say your lantern is still fine. If I'm not mistaken, did you cast a spell into it, or how did you work that again last
No, I
session?
I had I'm pretty sure it was either I think it was Self who lit it for me. Wait, did I cast a spell on it? I have
No,
no idea.
I
I
did.
think yeah, Self lit it for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Coolio. In that case, there you go. You
That's
come
good.
to the second floor, through the stairwell, you note directly in front of you a long hallway. It's lined with wood, very much padded and prepped, if you will. It's been designed from just the ground up as a very just rustic and workable space. As you take the staircase, you note that there's a bit of a kind of a weird sound coming from the end of the hall. Directly in front of you, you can note on your right there are three doors. You see in the distance a fourth as well. Um, you're not sure if that one is closed or not, as you can't really see it. The rest are closed. You have 10
Is there
feet of movement.
I have 10 feet of movement. Hell yeah. Um, is Silver behind me? Or
No. Tilgrim is downstairs where last she saw you, you said to follow.
married her? Um, I'll kind of hone in on my senses. Am I able to hear anything?
You are able to hear a rustling at the end of the hallway. You can hear what sounds like a female's voice and a bunch of vines slapping against. You can kind of make out each other. Sounds a little strange, actually. There's no other sounds happening on the floor, or at least the area you're in. So as you're looking out, you can see just lining the wall, however, I guess shaken because of the tremor, are pictures, painted portraits of different members of, you're assuming, the Mardukov family. You could see them in literally stages of where the doors are. The one directly to your left shows Davian Mardukov and a beautiful woman. It looks like they're in their probably mid 40s, and they're both smiling happily in front of the vineyard. And that shit scared the hell out of me,
Yeah, I thought it was like some boss fight. I was about to say nope. Right back
right?
down.
That was great. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so 10 feet of movement. Could either. Upon walking up the stairs, did I notice any echoing or like along the lining of walls?
No, there was no echoes of sorts other than, again, the sounds you hear down the hall.
Um, okay, I'm gonna kind of speak outwards to whoever's there and say, to whoever's there, I mean no harm. I harbor no animosity. I only come as a praiser of the sun.
Okay, Dark Souls. Okay.
Not like the shuffling or the lines thingy or the female voice.
Oh no, no, you're not wrong. I'm just hitting buttons.
Okay. Please,
What
I
do I?
hope.
Oh, let me
Ooh,
not do that. Yeah, let me just move this real quick. Actually, hold on. What do I need? What do I need to do what you want me to do? What just happened? Why does it look like that? Why does it look like that? Why is it all weird now? What do I need to do what you want me to do? What you want me to do? Ah, sorry about that. I'm an idiot. Uh, splash, splash, winch, splash, printing, press. There we go. You'll be fine. Oopsie. Get rid of that. Oof. Hey, is this super saturated for everybody? Like, did it get like hella saturated?
Like
oh,
saturated? What do you mean?
no, it's the
I don't
same.
see it. It
Is it?
looks relatively the same. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's black space and white lines, so not really.
Oh, no, on your screen it's fine. On my screen it got a little weird there. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. So you see a young woman covered in mud come directly out of the room. You could see her smearing the mud on her cheek as she looks on at you, and then smearing it into her hair. She seems kind of aimlessly, just nonchalantly looking off, and then she kind of looks over at you, looking you up and down. You can barely see her, but the lantern's like lighting her up fairly well. As she kind of motions her fingers towards you, you can kind of hear her voice slowly echo down the corridor as she says, "Come closer."
Before I do that, I'm going to just say, I am nothing but a priest who seeks to rid the world of evil.
She
Again,
nods. She nods and says, "And I am nothing but a priestess. Please come." As she says that, she walks back into the room.
oh, no. Did I like, feel any lie in her voice
I'm.
or her statement?
I'm pretty sure
Do
you
you,
just roll insight.
do you have any ability that you can tell if someone's lying?
I was just asking, like, based on, like,
Wouldn't that be
clues
an
and stuff.
insight check?
Yeah,
Oh,
insight check.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
correct.
insight
can I
check.
make an insight check?
It's a what?
Is
Insight
it a
check.
perception
Insight.
insight? Cool, can I make an insight check? That's fine.
Oh, God, sure.
You should see an insight anyway, so I rolled twice. Wait, do I roll twice for proficiency?
No,
No.
just
No,
that
just roll
too.
one.
No.
Just roll
Cool.
one.
Alright, D20 plus 5. Come on, can't die. It's 12.
Can't tell if she's telling the truth or not.
God. Well, 10 feet of movement. Yeah, I guess I'll move. What the hell? I'll move 10 feet. Telegram should be following me as I say to myself. Yeah, I'll move 10 feet. And in my turn there, following after her cautiously.
I'm with it. Coolio. This brings up whoever's turn's next. Esther Tilgram Bennett.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Um, I
So,
just kind of walk.
yeah, I was gonna say you're just kind of downstairs in the basement on the steps, catching your
Yeah,
breath.
I definitely am. All right. So yeah, I just kind of walk down the stairs and head inside for, well, first making myself known. Hi there. Evening. Is it evening?
It's the middle of the morning, but you can't tell
Yeah.
because it's pretty dark out. So,
It's the evening. All right. So what are you looking at in there?
so you could see the druid kind of look around. We're looking for power. These Mardikovs, they possess the ability. Some call it the curse, but to us we call it the wild shape. They call it lycanthropy. They can transform themselves into ravens, were-ravens, much like the werewolves. We are looking for the source of that power.
Splendid, splendid. Okay. Well, I'll tell you if I see it, but for now, I guess I'll just take a look around this room. Help you find it. Not really, but I'm also looking for alcohol. So I
Uh,
might as well.
he kind of
All
looks
right.
at the barrels. There's alcohol here.
Splendid. I head over and try to read the label.
Note on the label it says it is a cast of purple grape mash number 3.
What was the number that we were looking for again? The well, well, I'll just note that it's here in case, somebody tells me this is what the one we were looking for. I head over to the other side of the room, it seems, past that wall on the left. Hmm. I wonder how they keep this place so cold. I wonder what kind of magic. What
Hooray!
kind of magic would you even need to make this room cold permanently? Well, not permanently.
Didn't
Hooray!
this didn't this need some sort of stone to help plant the
Hooray!
grapes?
The magic of science.
Imagine science. Yeah, man, it's called alchemy if you haven't known it.
that's the same thing. Oh, no worries. That's the fungal cavern.
Hmm.
Anyway, so looking through the room, you note nothing but an empty wine rack area. You can see some broken bottles on the floor. You note directly in front of you a spiral staircase going around and up. It's very similar to the slide in the opposite direction.
Cool. So there's stairs there. And this is making me mad. I don't know if this is a design choice, but why is there just like a wall to nothing in the middle of the room? Just kind of like a weird design. Looking at the wall closer, uh, do I sense any things wrong with it? That it's not a regular wall? I guess I probably should roll. Should I roll? Should I roll
No, you don't have to
the
roll.
yeah?
So looking
Sure.
looking around the wall, you note that a part of the wall has two kind of lines carved down it. On both sides, there's like small imprints of fingers that you could see that you are almost reaching into the wall from each side.
Oh,
Enough space that it looks like you could just grab and put your hands in, or at least your fingers.
okay. I guess I try to open it.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Cool. Let me hit buttons and make that thing pop like the pop. Okay, cool. So, in clicking on or into the wall, you note that it wasn't necessarily hidden, but there's a compartment that moves out. You feel immediately you're hit with a really cold blast of air. As
Ay,
you
ay, ay.
look up through the oops, now I'm killing you, right? As you look up through the area, you note that it is a room, kind of a darkish room, just leading up to a strange kind of cavern area. You note on the wall in particular that
Hmm.
once you open it up, there's a, or at least the tunnel that stretches out, it's about 15 feet.
Hmm.
You could see the shallow cave, but more importantly, you note on the walls there's mounds of brown mold that are just
Hmm.
kind of on the wall, just positioned as you go further in. Um, you can slowly smell it. Um, you're not sure you quite like that smell.
Oh, rough. Well, I guess mold does do that. I guess it does grow in cold. Huh. Okay. Um, looking over at the druid. Hey, you, what what is this mold?
The druid, kind of confused, kind of wanders over. Taking a look, he looks in. Ah, brown spore mold. Mm, you'll find that in areas that are cooler in Barovia. Uh, good to you know, heal with, have medicinal purposes. Not sure why it'd be down here. It stinks though, but no worries. It's not poisonous.
Splendid. It has medicinal purposes. It, it, would it be too much trouble to at least have have me note down the how it could be used medicinally?
From like the druid, I guess.
Yeah,
What, oh, you're
that's
asking.
what I'm asking. Yeah,
Oh, that was an interesting question.
like how would I do you ingest it or do you rub it on the infected area?
He
What
kind
is
of
it?
he shrugs his head. No, you boil it. Make sure it's dried first. Drink it as a tea. It'll calm nerves and other things that ail you. If you find
Splendid.
some, he looks around and kind of cuts in. If you can find Strahd root and scrape a bit in there with the tea, it might induce some hallucinations, but it'll make you right as rain.
Splendid. All right, I like that. That's nice. Okay, looking around, are there, well, the bottle over there, it was broken or empty? I don't remember if you said that.
The bottles on the
Well,
ground
which one you
are
said?
broken.
Ah, rough. Okay. Um, all right. That's unfortunate. I Okay. Looking over at the shelf that he was looking at before, I just kind of pull out perhaps the least expensive looking brew on there by eyesight and just kind of dump it out before going over and taking out my dagger and just kind of scraping a bit into the top as best as I can.
Okay, go ahead and um roll for survival.
Oh, for survival.
Oh no, that's not
Ish.
survival. That would be nature.
Ah, bro. God damn it. All right. So, all right. Let me just go look at that. And I can survive. Like I'm so good at survival. Why does it have to be nature? The oh God, no. Okay. All right. Well, this is gonna be interesting. I can tell you, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Wait, 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 wait. Hi. Nine.
Okay. So you managed to scrape a good bit into your what was it you said you were scraping it into?
Well, a wine bottle.
Oh, okay. You managed to get a good bit inside, enough you'd imagine to make maybe one or two things with. Notably
Splendid.
enough, it's quite brittle, so it's hard to get it into the bottle.
Mm, okay. All right. I just kind of stow the bottle in my bag and head a little bit further in, trying
Into the
not to,
room.
yeah, into the room, just kind of seeing the source of the cold.
So in the room, you note a large kind of darkened cavern. It doesn't stretch out too far. It's covered in mold, but you can note that below the mold specifically, there's small gaps kind of sliced naturally into the stone. You can feel the breeze kind of shooting through there. It's
Mm.
incredibly cool. Most likely, it's connected to some sort of underground cavern that leads towards water or something of that sort.
Oh, well then.
You
So this is how they keep it cool.
you note it's a wise way to facilitate making sure the wine stays cold.
Huh, good on
Some
them.
science.
Well, looking around a little closer, just ensuring that there's no kind of other interesting things going on in there. I guess I just back out and well, thank you for the nature lesson. I'll be out of your hair so you could get to searching better or something. Oh, bye now. I head out and up the stairs to the spiral staircase.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, you're out of movement.
Am I? Oh,
Keep muting myself, man. Keep going.
oh, whoops. Well, in that case, I guess if I'm out of movement, I just kind of say, okay, all right, I'll get out of your hair. Just giving one last little look around before heading upstairs. Don't
Uh, he
mind me.
he kind of shrugs and ignores you and just walks off. Youth, as he goes back to looking. Notably, let's see. Oh, now that brings up Tilgrim and Bennett.
Into a P. Put that on the sticky note.
Sweet. Um, so going back to Tilgrim, last you pretty much were asked, or you began to follow Sotero towards the stairwell. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, I still do that. As I move through, could I look at the barrels in the room? Is there any labels that I can make out?
There are no labels on the barrels. They're fresh. They look like they've only been completed for weeks or two. You can
Oh,
see that there's no kind of engraving or as you've seen in other ones, like the ones outside, there's no brand for the Wizards of the Wine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Then, is the door open? By the way,
All the doors are open. Yes.
I'm just gonna move my way upstairs as I just glance at the lady, the druid.
The druids kind of look at you and just like are curious. Oh noes.
Hmm?
Oh no, I felt like saying oh noes. Layer swaps, man. They suck.
Oh my goodness.
I don't really miss this. Okay. Hooray! So you end up here with 10, 20, 20. Oh, I'm sorry, 10, 15. So you have 15 feet of movement left. Oh, I'm breaking stuff.
Okay. I'm going to step like off the staircase and ask Chitero, uh, where are you looking at?
Oh, see, the strangest thing happened. Excuse my voice, I'm kind of frightened a bit. There's this female, and she mentioned that she was a priestess, and it's kind of strange because I heard some, scuffling in the area. Sounds like vines, but apparently she wants me to follow her. I'm kind of glad you're here because I could use the company, but yeah, I'm gonna go investigate. You care to join me?
Yeah, sure. As I move forward, I'm going to just I'm going to see one of the doors unlocked.
Okay. So moving forward, I'm assuming this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. So you note the door is unlocked.
I'm just gonna like slowly open it and just peek in.
Erky Derek. So as you kind of let's go there. So as you kind of ooh, whoa. Wait a minute. Give me a sec. Oh, it's locked. Great. So as you look into the room, slowly you note that as the door creeps open, it is. Oh no. Give me one more sec. Creeping open, you note, there we go, that it opens up to a kitchen or a dining room area with a small kind of kitchen set with it. You note specifically it's surrounded a large wooden table by 8 chairs. There's an L-shaped cupboard in the north that has different supplies. You could see a stove kind of north as well, with a small chimney rooted out to the side through the window. You note to the north of the entryway, beyond the table, is a kind of closet area with a door that's closed and another door to the east that's also closed.
Do I see the window?
You do see the window clearly, yes.
Okay, I'm just going to close door but leave it slightly opened and just stick with Satiro.
Okay, so I'm going to end your turn there, or I'll just move you both a little bit further and move the entire wall with you. Sweet, sweet release. My man's just rolling dice.
Oh, I pasted the wrong copy. My bad.
Oh,
There you go.
it's all good. So that brings up Bennett's turn. So when we last met Bennett, he was hiding behind a wall and being chased by druids and blights.
Oh boy. Looking around the corner towards them, I'm assuming they're still like I still see like the intent to chase, or at least like they're still chasing me.
So the
Or
druid is pretty intently chasing you. The blights are just standing there looking at you. You could see the druid kind of looking at the blights and kind of going, "What are you doing?" As she notes nothing's actually happening, they just have frozen and are just blankly staring at your direction.
I'll just like I guess take a step out and just look at them and just go. So I may not be very at one with nature, but something tells me that they the druids inside might have stopped wanting to fight. Just a
She kind of
guess.
looks at you and then looks back. Ah, my idiot sisters. Anyway, she puts her hand up. You could see a kind of a glow starting to form and a lightning crackle, and she looks at you. You still playing rabbit?
Well, I'm trapped in a corner between a cat and a hard place.
She kind of nods. Perhaps I should check in. And with that, she just leaves you. You note the blights are just kind of rooting into the ground. You blink and kind of note that it just looks like there are trees on the property at this point.
Hmm. I'll
You can no
just
longer tell again the tree from the blight.
huh. I'll just walk past the blights inside, just kind of looking at the tree and going, "Huh. No wonder they didn't see this coming."
Cool. What was I gonna ask? Movement, stuff.
I'm gonna go back over to the door that I ran out of in a hurry. Okay. Uh, do I still see the little?
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh,
I was gonna say I forgot to move the blights. So you see the druids conversing at the end of the hall. This is the first time you're able to really get a good idea of the room since last time you were in here. It was a bit more panic going on. You could smell a smell that you've been smelling, but didn't really have the time to really take it in. But you could smell a fermenting wine. You note the large barrels. As you also note that this room is a two-story chamber. You have not noticed previously, but looking up, you can see that there's a balcony above with ravens kind of just lining it. There's about 20 ravens just sitting on the balcony and just kind of staring down. They have been seemingly watching the entire time. You can also note that below them there's as you can see, four enormous wooden casks. They're about 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. You could smell the fermenting wine coming from there. You note next to one of them is a bottle of you're not sure what, but there's just a bottle of liquid next to one of the vats. It's just it's large enough to fit in a pocket or a small bag. It's been opened. There's a cork on the ground, and there's just a little liquid seeping from it.
um, I'm gonna look at the bottle closely and inspect that one.
Okay, so looking at the bottle, go ahead and make a let's see. I guess this would be a medicine check.
Uh, Give me 1 second, because for some reason I closed out of the freaking character sheet. My son. Oh yeah, look at that. sheet. Huh. 14.
Cool. So, looking it over, you note that you can see just from the liquid as you kind of take a finger and kind of move it along the liquid, rubbing it between your thumb and your index. You could see it's kind of viscous in that it's slightly grainy. Smelling it, it's very off-putting. You note from its smell and just smearing it that it has at least in it a large amount of what you know to be considered a area favorite of druids and herbalists, Strahd root. You also know that in this amount, it's heavily toxic, and that clearly denotes that the bottle you're investigating is poison.
Uh, okay.
Just gonna pull you there.
I'll place the bottle back down for now. With that, I'm gonna look over to the little root things. Those were called needlings. Am I allowed to ask that?
You can't ask me that.
Yeah.
You can't ask that though.
I'll just look over to the druid and just ask, what are what are those little guys called?
Uh, Kind of stopping mid conversation, they all look at you, huffing. They're called twig blights. They're part of the Golthias tree.
Galthias tree. Not familiar with that one.
We're cultivating it. Our master grows it strong to summon the winter splinter. They kind of say as they laugh a bit and go back to talking.
Looking down at the twig blight closest to me, do I notice it has any like hostile intent or anything?
No, it's just kind of sitting there, looking kind of like a potted plant.
I want to attempt to pick it up.
Based on proximity and action based, you can. So you reach down and pick it up. You note it's quite light. Again, it's only about 2 feet tall. It lifts up and it's almost like holding a small branch. It's considerably light.
Hmm.
Based on just looking at it, it's completely made out of wood and lifeless.
Huh. I'll look back to the druids and just look like between the plant and the druid and just go, would it be too much for me to keep this one?
They look at you with a disgusted face. Why would you want to keep it? They kind of look back towards each other as one shrugs. Does it matter? As she turns to you, go ahead. It's no different than a piece of wood outside. Our master is the only reason that thing dances.
Hmm.
You note that with that, one of them leaves. The others go back to searching. Notably enough, they both nod towards Lucian as they go back. Actually, I'm gonna move her. Give me a sec. Actually, that doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So, with that, you've exhausted your movement, and I haven't really I considered both those, I guess, your actions, so you're pretty much done.
Right.
Anything else you want to do or say?
Um, I'm just gonna sit there pondering like the idea of making this thing a lot, like giving it its own sentience. That's about it.
Okay. With that, the druids are going back to their search and kind of ignoring you. So top of the turn wise,
Again.
I'll post it this time. Oh, thank you. You're quick. Lucian's turn. So you note that the room kind of falls quiet. Um, and there's other than Bennett, there's really nothing in the room that's really lifelike at this point.
So breathing a sigh of relief that that whole situation could be resolved at least peacefully at the moment. I'm gonna head towards the stairs I saw earlier.
Okay. So here.
And no, I'm not gonna quite go up to them. And I move one more space to the left.
So we're the little guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, good to see you alive and well, Bennett. Have you learned anything on your end?
Only that these druids are, well, they're focused on what they're doing. They're trying to summon something called the Winter Blight, I think it was. Don't know why, but apparently they worship that thing. Now I'm just sitting here thinking if I can actually give this Twig Blight its own sentience. Personal project.
I'll leave you to it, and I'll go back up. And I'll go up the stairs. Let's see.
Entering to the top of the steps, you note you are surrounded on all sides by ravens. These birds are kind of just quietly sitting on the railing you see. You can see the tops of the vats at this point. You note that at the top of one of the vats, there's a liquid kind of on the ground. To your left, to the left and right, there are two doors, and to the south, a panning of windows. The room is very clean, very taken care of. Above you, there's about 10 feet into the roof, and on the sides, it's a full balcony with stairs running up it. Again, ravens just lie in the area, all just staring directly at you now, quietly.
You see that there's like a liquid near me.
Yeah, so on the leftmost cask, there's a trail of liquid on the ground leading up to it.
Like leading up to like where the hole is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over there and inspect that liquid.
Okay.
Like, does it seem? It doesn't seem like alcohol.
It doesn't. No. You know, it's kind of a dark greenish color, and it's again quite viscous. In that it's thick enough where you can see it dripping into the vat, but it's doing it so slow that it's like a drop every 2 or 3 minutes.
And from at least from where I am, does this seem like a normal part of the alcohol making process?
It from this area, it doesn't make sense that it would be. You note that none of the other casts have that issue.
Would I be able to investigate to see exactly what the liquid?
You would need to make a medicine check.
is medicine.
Sorry?
Said medicine.
Yeah, medicine check.
All right. Illegal.
Ugh. So you're not able to discern anything other than that it smells fairly foul. Definitely not something anyone would want to drink.
And is there like a spot that it's leading? So it's like leading away from the barrel.
It's not so much leading away from it as there's just an area. It almost looks like somebody was trying to pour it and it was too heavy for them, so they spilt it, and it kind of created this little trail leading back almost midway past where the rilling kind of ends for the barrel. So there's just a small like line of this liquid kind of sloppily going all the way up to the lip of the cask where it's dripping in.
And looking into the cast, can I see like if it's like basically mixed in with the alcohol?
You can see it's floating on top. You note that it's not specifically mixed in, but the same color is it's slowly permeating down. It looks as if somebody was working to pour it into the vat and then something startled them, so they had to stop and like leave quickly.
You said that there's like some on the lid falling into the alcohol.
Yeah, there's some still dripping into it.
I'm just gonna take a cloth and block out what's dripping in,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna keep moving to the left and try to go up to that door.
All right. So let's get you to the door. So in front of the door, you note that standard wooden door, very clean, very elegant. Do you try to open it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay, so you know that's not locked as it kind of cracks open. Oh, okay. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, because the thing's locked. Hold on a sec. Keep locking layers for no reason.
I was
So
gonna say.
y- you know as you open it, it opens into a hallway. You could see windows kind of allow natural lighting to come into the area. Directly to your right as you kind of step out, you know an open door and ooh, looking in, you can see through a crack. Oh, she's not in the place. Where is she supposed to be? Yeah, there she is. Hold on. You could see yeah, a woman covered in like mud, kind of just side eyeing you, kind of looking your direction. She smiles at you and kind of motions to you. To your left, looking down, you can glance and see a just a staircase kind of winding down. So at this point, you're out of movement. Any actions or anything you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that druid who's basically eyeing me. Would you happen to be the druid named Irvain?
She kind of looks at you, smiling. No, I do not have that pleasure. Would you come here for a second? I'd like to show you something.
So very suspicious. Something like
She points behind her. You can see a large kind of metal like machine kind of there with a large crank in the room. You can also note that as you move, there seems in the corner to be vines kind of hanging and just like lifelessly just hanging there. They seem a bit out of place from the room, but you're not really sure what they are.
so. The vines seem to be clogged by the machine.
Uh,
The machine seems to be clogged by vines.
it is not. No, there are vines hanging above it.
So putting my hand on my chin and looking at the vines, wouldn't that be your area of expertise?
She shakes her head. No, not the vines, the machine.
Ah, I was gonna take a step forward, but I can't move, can I?
Really, no.
Did you dash as action?
Not if he's already moved. It's a
Ah,
it's conversion.
okay.
Ah,
I mean, technically, you can dash.
well then,
It wouldn't double your movement though. It would just give you the movement you had. So it would give you 30 feet.
Hmm.
So technically, yeah, you can dash. It just wouldn't double your movement because you already moved.
Okay.
well, I'm just gonna because I can't move. I'm just gonna eye the machine. Can I see anything about it, or maybe its use from here?
Uh, you note the large crank. You could see it looks to be a large metal press of some sort. You're not sure which kind, but you can tell because of the way the crank. You could see a large wheel that it turns, looking like it's to flatten or press something.
Okay, so eyeing the machine from here, I'll end my turn.
Okay. This brings us back around to Jotun. So you are still on the run, doing what you can to escape the druid's grasp, quote unquote. The druid approaches you. You can hear her yelling at you. Hey, come here! That's a terrible yell, but that's all I got currently. Give me one sec. Let me grab a water.
Man, we got all this serious stuff going on, and then it's big burly Johan running away from this little girl.
Must be a whole UFC fight.
I don't feel like attacking her again.
That's a
I mean,
woman that
yo,
wants
couldn't
his
y'all,
arms.
well, couldn't y'all just say that because they criticaled one of our team members that they should be fine with that or something? Like,
I thought
come
somebody
on.
already did say that.
No, y'all didn't. Y'all had such a huge opportunity, and then they just both left. Like
Jotun's
literally,
dude.
like literally, Tilgrim was on the floor like 1 HP. You couldn't just say, "Well, we're even" because you're critical to party member.
They wouldn't know that. That's
Yes, they.
metagaming. No, not them. I'm saying the people outside of the room besides me,
I'm
yo, and
talking about
and
you. Yeah, I'm talking about you three.
I tried talking to her. I got punched in my face,
No, man, you don't start. You don't start with introducing your name.
bro.
Like
I
friends.
started greeting. I was gonna say just stop. Like what? I was not gonna be hostile about it.
Uh, wow. Okay. Jotun, let's roll.
Roll?
No, let's
No,
like
like
your turn.
take your turn.
Yeah, what do you want?
He kind of just stares at you. I'm gonna cut your arms off. I'm gonna beat you to death with them.
I quite would like to think that we'd be even at this point, considering that you criticaled one of our members here.
Yeah, that's where we're going with.
Why
Yeah, nothing
critical?
else to be
Why
honest.
that wording?
She
Like
worked
yo,
for
word,
Worded it,
word.
man. I
I,
don't know. Yeah, like I don't know.
Hey, man, didn't gonna copy my homework like that? That's crazy.
So the druid walks up to you and kind of throws her arm out. Yes, and that's because you startled us, ran in the house, and caught us off guard. For some odd reason, you would think that, oh, I don't know, strangers in a strange place would be a hostility concern. She kind of stares at you. Where'd you get your arms from?
from this from this girl, I don't really know exactly.
Hmm. Hmm. She kind of just looks them up and down. You can see her hand out as she kind of begins sparking up again. Well, they're gonna melt in a second.
I'm gonna back away from her. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Actions, movements fully.
Down. Thank you. Did you not catch what I said? Or
Cut out for me.
oh, I'm gonna move down about like 5 more feet.
Okay, no problem. Move specifically down as in south, like here, five,
Yeah,
like
south.
all right, cool. So you miss, or at least you can't see her through the column anymore. Does that end your turn?
Would that be all my movement, or
No, you only moved 5 feet.
yeah? I'm gonna kind of just go back inside if I can.
Uh, in the through the other doors, I guess.
Through the doors right there. Yeah, I guess.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. So you can go here 20, here 30. You note that this door just slides open. Actually, no, I take it back. This door is open. It's a completely open door. So 5, so 30 would put you here. You pass by one of the druids who's just searching and kind of ignoring you. Notably enough, she seems quite just focused, but kind of sad.
I'm gonna ask her what is she searching for?
She kind of looks back at you and says, "Oh, I'm not even sure. This is my first, well, I guess, mission, if you would. We're supposed to be looking for something that's supposed to give us back our powers or our link to the land. Something to make Strahd happy with us."
So I assume that's something you don't want to do.
She kind of shakes her head. It's not that, it's, well, I didn't know this is what being a druid was really all about.
What do you expect out of it?
Hmm. More convening with nature, she says, kind of aimlessly looking now, almost not interested. More helping animals and keeping the grove safe, not thievery and, sneaking around. She kind of shrugs. But I don't feel like getting murdered by a giant tree. So, as she goes back to looking,
Wouldn't you have some kind of, I don't know, magic powers that would just kind of go against that? I guess.
she shrugs and looks at you. Huh. No, I'm just a druid. Maybe not even. Probably just still a spring leaf. The thing I'm talking about, it would eat me in one go. I'm not even sure the high priestess could kill it if she tried. Luckily, we haven't angered it yet.
That would sound quite unfortunate.
She looks at you and like shakes her head. Whatever.
Whatever. My dream.
And what's next? Or
I have no idea. Was that ending your turn?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't actually know. Oh, okay, cool. That brings us to well, Exalt doesn't get a turn, so Sotero, Kester, Tilgrim, Bennett.
Looking next to me, I'm gonna say, wait, actually, yeah, I'm gonna look back and say, hey, what was his name? Lucian? Was that his voice? I look back and say to Tilgrim. Here, cool. I'm going to move. Oh, no, I'm looking back. I asked you if that was Lucian's voice that we just heard.
It might be. Why don't you go check?
Alright.
I'll follow behind.
Will do. I'm gonna move 10 feet towards the corner of the door and kind of say, whispering, "Hey, Lucian, you there?"
I just look around the corner and look him up and down. No.
Um, yeah. What are you doing here? Also,
Well, I
did you
spoke
see a
to a man
lady?
in the basement, and he told me
Oh,
to
okay.
speak to a grand druid. He said, named
Did you see a
Irvain.
Did you see a priest by here? Oh, there she is. Um, I've come as instructed because I kind of put my
Yeah, I'm gonna
hand
back
behind my
away.
head. What is it that you have to show me? I say cautiously, on guard.
She runs into the room and kind of waves you in. You stand at the front of the door. To your immediate right, you can see vines kind of just strung up on the ceiling, kind of just dangling down. And directly in front of you, as you push the door open, you can also see them. They seem quite lifeless, but very vivid and green and varied in color. There's a small desk directly in front of you. You note that it's made out of a very fine wood, um, very shiny as well, very well polished. Same with the chair, notably enough.
I
Uh,
call out. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, no. I will finish with like I was gonna call out, but you can finish the description.
Okay. Uh, so in the what was I? Oh, in the north east area of the room, next to the druid, there is a small wooden cabinet, and then there's a monstrosity directly behind her to the north, which upon closer inspection, you note seems to be a printing press. You can note the leathers and ink on the cabinet next to the druid. She stares at it and stares back at you. This thing, could this be magic beyond druid understanding?
No, it doesn't seem like it. I could check it if you want, but excuse my cowardness as I kind of point towards the vines. What is that?
She shakes her head and says, "The master no longer has use for them. They are accessories."
Oh, okay. Well, once again, I mean no harm, and I'll ask her, is it okay if I examine the
She kind of
machine?
shakes her head and looks at you, and she shrugs. "What do you mean, no harm? Do you wish to harm me?"
No, I just there seems to be a confusion around this place, and I am just as confused. I just want to make it clear that again, I am just a priest.
Fine, little priest, fine. Did these sisters give you problems? Did they make fun of your silly clothes?
Yeah, very much so. I received a punch from one of them as I shake my
Ah,
nose.
yes, that must be Stellan. She's quite fair.
Okay.
So,
Well,
this thing,
I kind of go and glance at it. It's a print. From my knowledge, it's a printing press, correct?
yes.
And I need to make a perception check to see if it's been imbued with magic.
Uh, that would be an Arcana check. Also, yeah, that would be an Arcana check.
It's not. Okay, I'll just make a kind of check. That's fine. Knows 20 minus 1. It's a not. It's a 9.
So you note that you don't detect any divination or divine magics amongst it. You have no idea whether or not any other types of magics are there, as you can't detect them.
Okay. Um. Well. Well. To my knowledge, I don't seem to notice anything besides it's just a regular machine for printing paper in a way. transcribing messages of sorts. I don't seem to recognize any magic from my knowledge to say to her.
She kind of becomes a bit angered as she notes paper as the parchment. She notes from the cabinet there are actually stacks of parchment for printing. You could see labels being printed. Some of the printed labels say different denotations and amounts of alcohol. You note one that says Great Mash Number 3. You note others that say Royal Vineyard 13, and another that says the Mardukov Special. Notably enough, she kind of becomes angry and she says, "Hmm, you must kill nature in order to create this." And she kind
Um,
of glares looking back at you. What is this machine?
well, as you mentioned, I say kind of hesitantly, they do utilize paper as parchment, but yeah, in a way, they do kill nature. I'm so sorry to say.
She looks around and then looks at the floor and says, "Yes, I know that throughout this place, everything is made of dead wood."
Unfortunately, um,
Hmm.
may I just may I have your name?
She kind of shrugs and says, "I am not named yet. You may call me nameless if you must."
Okay. Um, you mentioned that your master had no use for those vines. Is he on this floor?
Yes, he went off across that balcony to the other area, the east wing. He said he wanted to look at or listen in. There was noises out front. I imagine it was you. So I can imagine the master's been watching you closely for quite some time.
Yes, my companions and I seem to once again have gotten ourselves into a little confusion with your allies, but we mean no harm. Um, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could I talk to your master?
Well, I don't care. I don't control the master.
Understood. I'll bid you farewell, nameless, as I exit the room.
You can see her go back to the machine as she begins to put her hand over it. Sparks begin to form in her hand.
Looking to Lucian, I'll just say, her master is on the balcony eastward of here, and seeing as though there are druids, they don't take too well or too kindly to nature being utilized as it is in this house. And I'll just head towards Telegram and relay the same thing.
Excuse me, what do you need?
Well, as you know, I'll say calling back. Paper and dead wood is found in this house, and they're druids.
Well,
They
all nature
serve
dies.
nature.
All nature dies. It's a part of the natural cycle.
I'll kind of say,
Making further use of fallen life is a
I'll
great
kind of
use.
say,
It
lower your
wastes nothing that
voice.
the earth. It's waste nothing that the earth has given us.
Yes, exactly. But she
All
doesn't
right.
really seem like that's the news.
I didn't whisper that whatsoever.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'm just
So
gonna
with
head over to
so with
Tilton's.
that, she immediately kind of argues you down and says, "Yes, but they killed the trees to make this place. Nothing died of natural cause." As she cracks her fist, kind of just staring at you. Oh, boo! Was I muted? Anyway,
Well,
What'd you say?
she
You came in sparky for me. What'd you say?
oh, I said, so she kind of cracks her knuckles as she looks at you, and she says, "But they've killed the trees to, oh, I was good. Okay, I thought I muted myself. Yeah, but anyway, she basically much tells you that they killed the trees, and that's murder. So yeah, watch your mouth."
my friend, as I just head over to
I mean,
Telegram.
being a wood elf who's grown around trees all my life, taking taking trees at their highest age to make way for newer trees provokes greater growth for the forest.
Uh, you note that she doesn't really care what you have to say, and she begins to spark something in her hand.
Again, I'll just head over to Telegram and relay the same information. I have. Was that my action speaking to her?
You still have your action technically.
I don't
Um,
really need it. Okay, I'll just Tilgrim. Yeah, she doesn't have a name. I think Lucian and Nameless over there are gonna have a dispute.
Are they
Um,
arguing?
yeah, Lucian being a wood elf and her being a druid, they serve really the same purpose but have different sides. Different perspectives but same lenses in a way. But I wouldn't stay around here. I don't want to be caught in a crossfire. Her master is on the balcony eastward from here, and I'm just
Yeah,
gonna check the rooms just a bit.
yeah. Let's go.
Um,
Yeah.
did you check the room in front of you, directly north of you?
Wait, is it my turn or is it still
Oh, it's my turn. I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question.
yeah, you can't like he can't
Oh,
technically open the door and look through the room on your turn.
I was just asking if she
You
checked it.
can.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
do that. I was just asking like for roleplayish. But cool. I'll just open the door in front of Tilgrim, kind of peer inside. Well,
cool.
first, is it locked? No. Okay.
No, the door is well open. Or not.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, not open. It's unlocked.
All right. So I'll just open it.
Whoa, why does it always do that, man? Like what? Oh, sorry, I'm destroying everything. So, opening this room, you know, it's just a small bedroom. Um, it seems to be a collective sleeping quarters. Two normal beds with four chests line the room. It seems relatively clean and peaceful. There doesn't seem to be much of anything else in the room. Doesn't seem to be any type of cabinets or closets. Uh, Again, just the foot lockers and the beds. You note specifically about the beds that they're two pairs of bunk beds. Um, Easily four people can occupy the room.
Seems to be a lot of space in this place, but we've only met four members of this family. Oh, seeing this, Sotero remember. Oh, I remember something that I told myself to do. I'll kind of reach in my bag and take out those two dagger-like crafting tools. Can Lucian see me? No.
Uh, Lucian can't technically see you currently. No.
Cool. I'm gonna look over to Tilgrim and say, hey, does these seem like do they seem they would be sufficient or efficient for a fighter? They do seem to be made out of wood.
Wait, what are they? Are these
Well,
toy daggers?
I thought they could be used as daggers, but now in hindsight, I don't really think that was the right call.
They're wooden.
Yeah, I know, kind of clumsy of me. I guess I'll just place them back. I also grabbed these two scalpel-looking thingies, but yeah, not sharp enough. Oh no, I wouldn't want her to see and see. Okay, I'm just gonna put these away before the druid catches what's in my hand. And with that, how much movement do I have left? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that my max movement?
Uh, you have. Nah, you actually went past it.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, cool. I just end my turn there and put the stuff away in my bag.
Okay.
I think it's Kester's turn. Yes, Kester's turn.
Yeah, all right, cool. I completely forgot that I was muted. All right, yeah. So, okay. Well, I started going up the stairs. Where did I come out?
You were going. Yeah, you were going up the stairs. Hold on one sec.
Hmm. A Reddit argument.
Yes, a Reddit argument.
Good thing I was completely paying attention to everything you guys were saying and not jotting down things on my sticky note for my own agenda. Okay. Mm, I cannot wait. I mean, I guess it's better that I don't know anything, so I can further ruin the situation.
Just take your turn, please.
Oh, uh, waiting on Mr. J. I probably shouldn't have been waiting on Mr. J. Yeah. So, I guess,
Nah,
well,
nah.
going up the stairs.
It's fine. I was
Nope.
I was trying to do something, so that was my fault. I'm going up the
Ah,
stairs. Which steps? Oh, you went up. You went up the spiral stairs to the first floor.
oh, to the first floor. Okay.
No, I'm asking, not telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went up
Well,
from the
but
basement here. Okay, yeah, you're
yeah.
back on the first floor. Sorry, I couldn't figure it out.
All right. I just kind of poke my head out then. Okay, so yeah. Arriving on the first floor, I just kind of poke my head out. Oh, there was a staircase here. Sick. Ooh, Bennett, my boy, Bennett. How's it hanging? How's it been? You been taking care of stuff up here?
Well, I've been trying to, but and I'll just and this time I actually look back at the bottle since I've mulled it over and just
Mm.
go, there might be an issue.
What kind of issue?
I may not be 100% correct, but there's
Eh?
a strong scent of Strahd root.
Rod root? You want rod root? I was just looking for that.
It's not a good thing. When too
Oh,
much is
really?
added to something, the Strahd root could have pretty negative effects. More like a
Well
poison.
then,
Think about someone
well,
overdosing.
Well then, we just have to figure out what's not a lot. But either way, even if it's poison, that's still good because I just found this
It
as I
came
hold
from
on
the
the
vat.
what and so
They and I'll get closer to Kester so I'm not saying this too loud for everyone to hear. I'll just go, they poisoned the frickin' wine.
oh,
And that was supposed to go to Karesk. Now imagine if we didn't walk in here and see this happening.
ah, that is kind of bad. Yeesh. Well, this is the wine that we're supposed to transport. What do we do about that?
I'm trying to mull that over. I put it together,
Ah,
but I pretty much used the whole guise of me thinking about animating this to try to make sure if I was correct or not. And
why don't I know any spells? Hmm?
I'll just show off the small little twig thing.
Oh, sick. Well, so
Hope
this is the Strahd root?
no, this is one of those little needle blights or twig blights, whatever, twig blights, the things that were chasing after everyone. But
Oh, well,
hopefully they weren't bluffing when they said these things were lifeless.
mm. Well, either way, it's kind of, in your hands now, and they don't want to kill us anymore yet. So surely they won't just sick it on you when you're sleeping so it rips out your throat.
You just know what to say to make everything better, huh?
I really do. It's part of my job.
Maybe look for a new
Anyways,
occupation, and I'll just tap Kester on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, you piece of shit. All right. Anyways. So I found this bottle of browned spore mold. It's according to the druid downstairs, he said that if I add Strahd root to it, it'll make you. I put up quotes. I don't know if they use quotes in whatever time this is. It makes you right as rain. It sounds good.
Okay. And you said you were looking
Mm-hmm.
for Strahd root, so I'm assuming that's an
Yes.
ingredient.
Yes, it is. This by itself, however, it soothes you, so that's nice as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I guess where's the Strahd root that you found?
It's currently all in, and I'll just like lift out the bottle. This right now it's pretty
Ooh.
potent, so I'm not sure if it will mix well with the brown
Well, I,
thing.
I can't imagine that I'll add all of it. I should probably ask how much is good amount. Do you need to hold on to it? Because I could just put it in my bag.
I'll look down at the ground. You said there was a cork on the floor that it was opened.
Yeah, there's just a cork to close it sitting on the ground.
Okay. I'll pick up the cork and then phoom, just tighten the cork into the bottle and just hand it to Kester. Try not to
Okay.
spill it.
Ooh. I will try my darndest as I put it right next to the other one in my bag. Hopefully, well, I still have the cloak on, so I'm just gonna like, I can't put it in the bag. That'll be kind of stupid, pointless, wasted space. I just kind of like separate them both by like my tinder box so that it like is pressed up against the side so it don't like jostle around too much or clank into each other and break.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I guess, well, I can't really see any druids here, so I guess I'll just head upstairs. Have anybody gone upstairs yet?
From what I know, Lucian went upstairs. Not sure about the others. Just because I haven't heard
Sweet.
anything, I think the rest of them probably went.
Oh, well, if you haven't heard anything, they aren't gargling on their own blood, and that's nice. That's a good thing. Anyways, I'll head up there. You guys keep doing what you're doing down here, and I'll see you later as I head back to the stairs and go up.
Hooray. The man comes to town. So, reaching the top of the steps of the second level, you immediately note the back of Lucian. He seems to be in argument with a young woman. You can see kind of over his shoulder a bit. You don't really notice too much else. It's a poorly lit area, but the sun is slowly shining some light in. Outside of that, it's just a pretty tight corridor with a few paintings of random uh,
Cool.
landscapes on the wall.
Oh, okay. Landscapes. I'll ask about those later because I don't have a map of this place. Hopefully the Mardikovs have a map. That'll be nice. Anyways, Lucian, my boy, Lucian, how's it hanging?
The last time I told, and I turn around. Oh, my dear Kester. So, what do you need?
Uh, well, it's just kind of like I guess recipe information. But other than that, what's going on up here? What are you guys doing?
How will you see?
Uh,
Grab notes. After speaking with Sir Cinder, we're looking for an Irvain. You should be in the eastern wing of the house. I'll be sure to join you in a moment as I turn back
Splendid.
around.
Um, uh, Is that a is it that's a that's Troy. Okay, splendid. I just kind of trot up behind him. Hey, hi. I just kind of I just have a question to ask. Speaking to the druid, obviously. I have some herbalist stuff here, and I just kind of want to ask a question. How much is a dangerous amount of straw root?
She kind of jerks kind of around and looks. What?
Um, well, seeing that you're a druid, I would expect you to be uh well versed in herbalism. So I was just kind of wondering how much is a dangerous amount of straw brew because I'm looking into experimenting with the stuff.
She kind of angrily shakes her head. Funny mask, man. And she just like turns her back and walks into the room.
Aw, well, that's rude. What's her deal? Okay, well, I
Unfortunately, it
guess.
seems that she's dissatisfied, seeing as I have more knowledge in dealing with forestry.
Sure, I'm sure you do. I don't have the capabilities to grasp your intellectual pride. Whatever. Anyways, so I guess I'll have to ask the guy downstairs. But you said, well, I guess I'll do that. Should I do it now? Should I do it now? I guess I'll do it now because you guys, there's like seven of you up here. You'll be fine. I swear. I'm gonna head back down basement to ask one last question to herbalism guy. Well, the druid, I guess I should say, not a herbalism guy.
I'll just let you do that because it's not a bad, like it's nothing crazy. What's the question?
Yeah, so how much is a dangerous amount of straw brew? What quantities should I be adding to the tea?
Uh, so he kind of just shrugs and thinks about it and says, "Well, if it's the root, depends on how big the root is. I imagine if you cut the a medium-sized root in half, you add a few flakes to the tea from there. I'd say about 2 or 3. You're fine. If it's I don't know, boiled already or ground down into some kind of liquor, you may not want to add more than ah, maybe a few drops. Anything more, and you might risk, you know, uh, being driven mad. They say the root was cursed alongside Strahd.
A few drops. I'm a slow writer. I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second. Uh, a few drops. That's Strahd. And what about the brown mold?
He kind of again shrugs and just says, throw about 2 or 3 pieces in a pot of boiling water and you're fine. If you wanted a little danker, throw a few more pieces in. There's nothing really affect much. Just remember, strain the tea before you drink it. That
Okay,
should be fine.
before consuming. I Okay. All right. Cut in half and use a few flakes. Okay,
Hey,
splendid.
wait a minute.
All right. Hmm?
He looks around. What's going on upstairs?
Well, they're just kind of searching while we go up and talk to the big guy that you told us about.
Mm, Yeah, go ask him to see if we're gonna be done anytime soon.
Oh, splendid. I'll do just that. I will do just that. I say
Appreciate
as
it.
I put away my notepad and head upstairs to the eastern wing.
So your movement's dead as hell right there. So
Oh, 100%. I know that.
yeah, so we're gonna bring Tilgrim and then bend it up.
Tilgrim, it is your turn.
Yo, Zion, where you at? Did you die?
All right. No, I'm here. I'm here.
Yo, Zeodon, your turn.
Okay. So, okay. Looking towards the terror, I said, follow me. And doubling my speed, I'm going to make my way into the kitchen. I see two doors, right? I'm going to open the the door.
So from your position, you see three doors.
Oh, three doors.
Yeah. So there's one writhing along the wall to your right. Directly in front of you is a door, and then off to the left is a small kind of like cabinet with a door.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open the cabinet first.
Okay. So oh inside the cabinet area, you see it's just a pantry. Inside it has multiple cooking ingredients of different varying quantities. It also has the winery's stores in it, you note, as it has different large bags of things like rice and different grains. You also see different shelves of hardened breads, cheeses in wheels packed, and large salamis and sausages all packed as well. You also see there's a large kind of barrel of just salted meats that are packed up. Um, Directly in front of you, there are five of the Royal Vintage um, wine bottles from the winery. They are in pristine condition, except for the one on the end, which is covered in dust and what looks like a brown mold. To the top of the area are different different cooking spices and condiments.
You said three royal wines, correct?
Yeah, there's three bottles of what they have on the label as Royal Vintage.
Okay. Um, I'm going to go ahead and open the door, the second door closest to me, which is yeah, that one.
You note this door is locked as you try to open it.
And okay, and then I'm going to open the door directly below me.
This door is unlocked and it opens into a long hallway. The corridor goes directly down and ends at another doorway.
Okay, so I moved.
You note along the walls are different portraits painted of different ravens. There are large and small ravens among them.
Oh, just all the portraits are of ravens.
Yeah, they're just birds.
Weird. Um, I'm simply going to move forward to the doorway to the east.
You said you're moving down. Okay, cool. With that, you note that this door is open. Do you unlock it? Oh, I'm sorry, it's unlocked. Do you open it?
Um, no, I'm gonna wait here for Sotero, for anyone that's gonna come with me.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna take the just as a. Oh, never mind. I already took. Okay, yeah, that's my turn. I already took an action.
Okie doke. With that, that brings us to
Bennett.
yeah, there you go, Bennett. Oh, look, you guys are arguing in chat. That's cool. Uh,
We're kind of joking around.
are you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I guess I don't know, but yeah. I mean the characters have said multiple things, so hopefully people are paying attention. I don't know how to explain that.
Okay. I am.
Alright. So, from where I am, if I remember right, Jotun's right in front of me.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much next to each other at this point.
I'll just look over to him and go, "What scared you?"
I'm currently being chased around by one of the druids.
Why?
I don't know. She wants my arms or some shit.
Ow.
Okay. Don't know what you did to piss off a druid. Probably mess with an animal or something. But yeah, you'll be alright. Just keep running. As he just moves to the stairwell where Kester came from.
The stairwell.
Yeah.
So you note stairs going both up and down.
I will go up.
Okay. We're going up again. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving. So notably enough, you bump directly into Kester as the top of the steps as you notice Lucian, and further on an open door. Again, noting the wall has different landscape paintings on it, and to the left side, different windows. You still have a bunch of movement though, so
Hey. And I'll just like move around Kester as I say that.
kind of squeeze by him. He does a Kestery nod.
I'll go over to Lucy and just tap him on the shoulder and go, everything alright?
Why, yes. Hello, young Bennett. Still a bit disgruntled in his demeanor.
Okay, so either one of your guns exploded or you just got out of an argument. Which one is it?
Nothing really, young man. You can go ahead. We're investigating the East Wing for now.
Okay. And as I'm passing Lucian, I'm gonna like pull him in and just kind of whisper, have you seen any strange viscous liquid around?
Why, would it happen to be a green viscous liquid?
So I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Above one of the barrels with the alcohol. Some apparently dripping in.
Okay. And I'll like, my eyes like locked on the door behind him, and I'll just whisper in his ear, I have a creeping suspicion. You ever heard of Strahd root?
Based on my nat one. Not particularly.
It's root. There's rumors around going that it was cursed around the same time as Strahd, so it's pretty ancient. It's known for two things. One, being very hard to find, and two, being pretty potent in poison.
I see.
I found some in a bottle downstairs, so pretty much the going theory is that they poisoned the vats.
No, only one of the vats, I'd assume. It seems that someone may have been struggling to lift or pour whatever the Strahd root is into that barrel, and only a bit seems to have trickled in the farthest one to the left-hand side.
Wanted to clear that one up. Wanted to make sure you knew about it and everybody else. Because if we didn't show up, that would have went straight to Karesk. And with everyone drinking
Well, I
wine,
mean, the alcohol's in the basement.
yeah, we can't let that leave.
I doubt there's anything in them. They seem to have been quite chilled, so they have been there for a long time. Why would they poison the alcohol, then stamp it, then seal it, and then move it into the basement to be chilled? Well, I suppose we don't know who exactly put that in the alcohol, so we could just check when we have the chance.
Just keep an eye out. And I'll just pat him on the shoulder as I go to the balcony with the wine vats. Um, I'm assuming I see the trail leading to one of the wine vats.
Yeah, sorry about that. So as you walk into the balcony, you do you note the trail directly in front of the vat the closest vat to you. You also note that ravens as you walked in, it almost seemed like they were having a conversation, but then as you kind of entered, they all kind of stopped and immediately turned towards you, and now they're just kind of eyeing you down. One of them kind of looking over at the vat with kind of a curious look on their face and pecking at the area, almost as if it's like pointing to it for you.
I'll walk over to that vat and just like look at the crow as I look inside the vat.
So it kind of twists its neck almost all the way around, and it like moves itself back. It flaps and lands next to three other ravens right on the railing next to you on the right, and it just you can hear it. For those of you around, you can also hear the faint sound as well as Jotun downstairs as you know you're right below. Actually, yeah, Jotun would be right here. As this is being done, you kind of look down at the liquid. You know that this is the same liquid that is in the bottle you have or the flask you have. You could see kind of looking over it, the cask, that you could see into the wine fermentation. You could see kind of small bubbles in the wine, but on top you could see the greenish dark liquid. You know that looks as if somebody was pouring it into the cask and then got caught, surprised, and then kind of had to leave quickly. You also note that based on the way the pattern on the ground looks, it's was probably poured from the flask or something by something smaller and lighter than it because it looks like it had a hard time holding it.
I'm gonna look into my pocket for one of the small little that name twig blight. I swear to God that name keeps leaving my head. And
Uh, okay.
I'll just kind of eye it and just try to imagine it in my head. I'm gonna like just thinking. Yep. Okay. So they couldn't do their own dirty work. I'll just throw it back in my bag and then look over to the crow. And I can't believe I'm about to talk to a crow, but hey, here we go. I'll just say, did they do this to any others?
The crow kind of looks at you and then looks around at the rest of the crows and then looks at you and then looks around at the other crows and just continues doing this like infinitely.
Okay. Why did I think that crows could talk? That is strange. I'll just get up and just kind of like dust, I guess, the pants on mine. I'll go to the other vats. Do they look like they've been tampered with the same?
They don't know. Again, it looks like with the one on the left, whatever was happening, it was stopped hastily.
So I didn't have enough time. Something startled them. Had to be Jotun knocking. Okay. So
No acrobatics.
well, I mean, you gotta survive in Barovia. You gotta learn how to do a backflip or two. Anyway, let me get back in character. Sorry. Uh. Alright. Um. Is. I'm going to mark the first that with a kind of X with a crossbow bolt I have. I'm just gonna mark an X onto it.
Okie doke.
Uh, with that, well, fuck it. Since I'm here, I'm gonna just take some of the bread out of my pocket and then just toss it like near the railing to closest to the crow that like was pecking at the basin. I swear every word is leaving my head today. And with that, I'm gonna go off to the east wing of the place.
So as you do that and start moving towards the east wing, you note that the ravens immediately look down at the bread and kind of just squint at it, and then look at you, and then squint at you, and then look back down at the bread, and they just start doing it infinitely. You can see all of them kind of in almost waves, just looking at the bread and then looking at you as you slowly move towards the east wing.
I swear
Uh,
to God, these things are a hive mind.
as you get to the door, you know just kind of putting your hand on the knob that it doesn't seem to be locked at all. Do you go through?
I'm going to first open the door without going through.
Cool. So as you kind of open the door up, you note that you're kind of peering into a room. First, a hall that kind of stretches down. You can't tell what's on the other side. In front of you is just a few wooden columns and just an area. As you kind of open the door more and more, it opens to a kind of large corridored room. You note specifically there's a railing up around a 10-foot hole that's been carved into the wood. You can see that from the area you're at with the hole that it peers down to the first floor. Just judging from the area you're in, you note that it's directly above the wooden wagon that's housed outside in the holding area next to the stables. You can't really see much other than that from your positioning with the door open.
Okay, I'm gonna enter the room.
Cool. So as you enter into the room, you look directly towards your right, and you could see down into the hall. You note the end kind of falls off. Um, Remembering or at least noting the layout of the room, um, you don't really know why it's falling off, but at the same time, you've seen enough to know that's not the strangest thing in this place. Looking directly off to your left, you can see the end of the hall, as well as looking over, you see a wench, and at the end of the wench, you kind of see this rope and this pulley system. You could see that if you look over the railing, that there is a wagon below and there are barrels of wine loaded onto it. You could see one of the barrels still kind of locked into this harness that is connected to the winch. As you look over the winch, you can see a figure kind of just leaning against it. He's kind of just eyes closed, leaning against the winch with both his arms close. You could see in his left hand there's just a ghostly green glow coming from it, kind of illuminating the room a bit. In his right hand, he's kind of waving this black wooden staff around. You could see that his body is kind of moving slowly with the staff as he waves it. From your angle, you can't really see anything more than that. He doesn't notice you're there.
Okay. Well, with this predicament, hopeful. Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of like inch over to the east, kind of slowly, like not making any quick movements. Just kind of walking over.
So about there, you just hear a very calm voice. Not we're ravens, at least. You could see the figure kind of just open his eyes as he moves his left hand closer towards you. You could see just a ghastly flow of green light emitting into the room. He could clearly see now, illuminating you from the position. You can see him smelling the air around you. In front of you, this man stands, face kind of below his eyes, going down his cheeks, covered in mud, with vines kind of floating around his head, not on them, but like just floating in kind of this this place in front of him. You can see him kind of clearing the vines away with the black staff as he moves it. With that illuminated, you can see that it emits kind of this black aura behind it. It's almost like a black smoke that you could barely see, but it's only if it's directly illuminated, which it is with the light. And he just kind of turns to you. Not were ravens, not were ravens. Well, not of this. No, you smell like something from this place.
Lived here as long as I can remember, and I don't remember being a were-raven. I'll just say, like, leaning up against the wall to my right, assuming I'm facing him.
He nods at you and plants both hands, kind of well, he plants both arms or puts his arms down on the railing as he moves off of the wench and looks over at you. Huh. He kind of looks around and then takes in the area around him a bit more. You've been killing some of the pine folk, but I don't sense any blood of druid folk on you. Huh. What's your name?
Well, to answer the first part of that, I don't really see the point in killing druids. They mostly have a reason for what they do. You know, it'd be like killing a wizard for reading a book or something. And for your second point, name's Bennett. The only reason I killed some of those, you called them pine folk, was because they were threatening my life. You know, normal response. Be like a
Sure.
Be like if a bear tried to maul you, you wouldn't exactly try to talk it down. Well, I'm not sure how that would apply to druids, but
Oh, I imagine we're not so different. Hmm. Nice mask. What you
thanks.
hiding?
An amalgamation you do not want to see, otherwise known as my face.
Ah, but all things are brilliant in nature. Hmm. Do you
Believe
see any dead ravens or humans anywhere, Bennett?
Not that I can remember. And about that, everything is right in nature line. Some stuff I heard earlier wouldn't exactly agree with what you're saying.
Hmm. Perhaps they do not know the way of Zolf.
Or the person who told me what's going on with my life just doesn't really care. I'll just lean up on the rails this time, looking over at him.
I see. A sad soul. Indeed, you very well are from these lands. Well, you see, Bennett, us druids, we're searching for something. Something taken from us very long ago by a wizard who took these lands and decided to turn it into his own little vineyard for profit. And in doing so, uh, from our land, we were cursed, and the wizard took from us, uh, sensing uh, the druids. They took from us our ability to transform into different creatures of the earth. Most druids can do it, but if you're a druid from Barovia, you cannot. As says the land.
Oh,
So we
so
merely, apologies, we're looking for something. These Marlikovs, they come from the same bloodline as that wizard, and they transform into ravens, were ravens, whenever they want. Of course, you've seen them; they're everywhere. He kind of looks out of the window. You can see as he kind of points. You can't really make it out, but he's pointing to just many objects kind of flying about, and he kind of nods everywhere.
so I'm not one to make many assumptions. I noticed in these lands it's better to get actual evidence and, go through the whole he said, she said crap, but I'm assuming the wizard you're talking about is the guy you're doing this whole thing for.
Ah, not at all. Um, that wizard was murdered millennia ago by Strahd. I can't. I was not even alive when the wizard existed. No, we do this for the land. Uh, he kind of looks around again, um, and just kind of waits a bit. So we took a corrupted gemstone from them. It bleeds the earth. It told us things. We thought it was the source of their wild shape, but it was not. Instead, Gualan Zolf, the high priestess of Zolf, she used it to bring forth remnants of Gutharius. He holds up the staff in front of him. Gutharius tree. It's, well, it breathes now and wishes to summon its spawn upon these lands. And
The winds are blowing.
Gualan, she thinks it's going to be something Strahd wants. The stone does not give us what we need, and now we're here, but we haven't found it yet, so I'm imagining that we don't really know how they transform.
Well, I don't think I can help you in that regard, but I do want to ask, you know the kind of person Strahd is. And he kind of says that, like, more like he forced the name out of his mouth. What
Kind of,
makes
he nods. Of course, we all know of Strahd.
what makes you think he's gonna like another ancient being wandering around? He seems pretty adamant on the land here being his, the people in it being his citizens, and all that.
Hmm. But do you not know his true intentions? Strahd speaks to us. He was born of the Earth Mother. And from that, he is the land, and the land speaks directly to us. And we have seen it in our dreams. He tells us to grow the tree, to feed the tree, and the tree shall bring salvation, because it will bring the original people back to this land. Hmm. He kind of shrugs, getting off the winch entirely. He just moves around to you. He places his left hand directly in front of you and then leaves it. The light kind of just stays there. You could see him take the staff into both hands and look directly at you. Perhaps Hmm. Perhaps this would make sense too. For alone spoke of this, and he puts out his hands to you with the staff in it. I make my bargain now, then. If you would permit me and my people leave here, and you don't pursue us, then we'll have to figure out a different idea for this whole transformation thing. Those Mardikovs, they're hiding something though. You let us leave, and I will give you the staff and impart 3 wisdoms upon you. Do as them as you wish. What say you, Bennett?
Well, if you can promise that while you're leaving to not cause any more damage or any more, well, anything along the lines of foul play, I don't see the harm in a deal. And he'll put his right and left hand out like above the staff, but before he actually touches it, he'll just look at his hands and look back at the guy. Do gloves invalidate the deal? I'm not that knowledgeable with nature and druid craft.
Ah, you're funny, Bennett. He gives you the staff and says, "No, for a druid is merely on thy honor. Simply put, I would hate to have to harm any of you. Um, there's no purpose, but some of the younger ones, they're quick to anger. Forgive them. They have not learned enough. They have not lived long enough."
Uh, I, I can definitely see that much. Half the people I'm here with haven't really been in these lands, I want to say, as long as I am, so that and one of your, I guess I could say, daughters downstairs are fairly adamant on ripping my friend's metal arms off. So,
Ah, yes. Seen her if it isn't. She's fascinated by anything that's not of this land. She can tell immediately if you're Barovian or not.
oh, that explains how she passed me so quickly.
She has a collection. Hmm.
Oh,
We're still weaning her.
hmm. And also, this is more of a personal thing, but and I'll pull out the little twig blight and just place it on the railing position so it doesn't fall and just go. These things were moving earlier. Do you think you'd be able to help me give this one sentience before you go? Getting
Past
walking through the
he
forest is
he kind of so he oh, okay, Zave, watch out. So he puts the staff against you and says, "Take the staff. Put that thing down."
okay. I'll put both my hands on the staff.
Yes. Uh, you fail a very spongy wood. Um, as you kind of press against it, you can feel the aura kind of warm your hands. You could see it clearly as you're holding it. Um, even in the really like just bright illumination, you can still kind of it's overtaking it almost. You can hear a voice in the back of your head. It kind of shrills a bit. You're not really sure what it is. You can't really hear too much other than just a like a old voice just kind of crackling off, but no words. As you look back, ooh, or as you look back, you could see the druid kind of peering directly into your eyes, and he just kind of goes, "Hmm, a piece of the Gothias tree. It is what gives those things their life. a gift for honest men. uh, you interest me, Bennett. And with that, he kind of walks away from you. You can see the light still there, um, and he just leaves to go down the stairs. With that, you are holding the Galthea staff because it's been identified by him. Uh, Give me 1 sec. I gotta get you some information.
Yo, man, you're part druid now.
That's new. Hey, maybe I could go talk to a tree. I probably look like a madman while doing it, but that hasn't stopped me.
So this brings up a system update or a discussion for something. So in Curse of Strahd, we are going to be using an identification system. Because you have an item that was identified for you, you get the full stats of it, so everyone can see it. This is just a clear thing. Just remember, you can clearly trade items amongst each other. So unlike Waterdeep, which items were actually geared towards characters, nothing in this is geared towards anyone. It's just stuff. So everybody's going to be able to see the same kind of information for it. And you guys discuss what to use it for collectively.
Did you like send him the stats, or you could like put it in session chat?
No, I'm putting it up. I'm just trying to move something for you.
I'm interested.
Yeah, here we go.
Well,
Ooh,
shit. It's kind of nice.
let's go. That looks fire.
Oh,
Yo, it's kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie.
damn.
Let this be a lesson. Peaceful solutions are a valid option.
Lesson noted down. When will the test be, Professor?
Just a question. There's no druid amongst us,
In the
right?
final area.
Like in the party, there's
No, of
no
course
druid.
not.
Oh,
No,
cool.
There's
the
no
closest thing we
druids.
have to a druid is
I was gonna say
Exalt.
Zolt.
Yeah.
Cool. Then it's probably best to use some caster or Bennett Sands.
Twig
I mean,
blight,
no one
needle
in this
blight,
whole
fire
party,
blight.
no one in this whole party actually hurt a druid, except for you know. Yo.
Bro, it's gonna be a UFC fight. I'm telling you. Oh wait, whose turn is it? Oh, top of the turn. Cool.
Yeah, that's I
Oh,
think all I
so
did was just roll.
that's going to end the encounter.
Huh?
Right? So
Sweet.
the druids are going to most likely, unless anyone has an issue with it, kind of peacefully resolve to leave. As the druids get to the vineyard, so boom. Oh, I forgot about that. That's what the vineyard looked like
Shoot.
last time we were here. So
Oh no.
right. So
Yeah, don't tell me that real dog.
as the let me get rid of that real quick. So as the druid and his people kind of reach the vineyard, um you are going to kind of gather your forces and kind of emerge out.
On the way
As
out,
far
can I do something?
Wait, I thought we was gonna grab something.
Oh no, I'm not like stopping you or something. I'm
Oh,
just yeah, calm down. So you kind of all kind of gather at the area of the house watching them go. Notably enough, and this is the part I was getting to. At this point, they kind of note to you and look at the ravens. The ravens kind of look back at them. You can see in the distance the figures, the Mardikovs, are kind of placed back. You can't really see too well what's going on with that as the druids kind of cross to the east and then start going to the south. Notably enough, did anybody have any reason or issue to not let them leave?
Nope.
no, I didn't even Sounds like that.
Yeah, no, they could go.
Wait, question them about those stones.
Nope, don't ask questions about stones. All right,
Okay.
cool. That's all I needed to know. All right. So, whose turn was it? That
It's
was
currently
Ben's.
Talbot's turn.
Oh, that was
Mine.
Talbot's
Talbot's
turn.
turn.
Cool.
Another
So
turn.
wrap ups. We're gonna do some cleanup stuff, and then we're gonna end it here because we're already like 15 minutes over, and I don't want to keep you.
Place
But
something away.
what'd you say?
Can I put something away? It won't really be a movement based, just like noting.
I'm just gonna go in the order of turn, and then we'll just do that. So, let's do Lucian's turn. So, Zay, what do you want to do, if anything?
Well, seeing now that the situation has been peacefully resolved, I'm gonna go and head to the basement and check those three barrels of wine that were there and see if any of them have that green liquid in there.
All right, so I am going to place you in the basement for the next session's wrap.
Because that'd be very unfortunate.
So you note three perfectly fine conditioned casks of purple mash number three, or I'm sorry, purple grape mash number three. These casks are enough to fill multiple bottles. Normally, they are used for large parties or taverns. Notably enough, uh, just kind of feeling them. They're full and freshly chilled.
And can I check if any of them have that Strahd root in them, or
So you can pop them, but once you do so, you will be opening them, so they won't be fresh anymore. Like they're sealed.
can I get a feeling of how long they've been sealed?
Um, it there's no like dust or any kind of thing like that. You would have to ask someone.
All right, I guess I'll just rejoin the party with that in mind, thinking I should probably ask them.
All right. Um,
And that's
that
true.
okay. So that brings up Jotun, and then Exalt. We're just gonna have you goating around.
So where is Ruby currently right now?
So you are currently on the first floor, and people are scattered about, kind of doing their own thing. Um, this is kind of imagine kind of a time thing as these druids are leaving, and the Mardikovs see that the druids are leaving, so they're like, "Oh shit, we can go back to our house." So they're slowly coming over. So this is kind of your last maybe minute before they get to the house to just kind of do whatever. So you're kind of on the first floor, and I'm just kind of clearing out because everything's kind of gone, all the druids and everything else.
Someone should fix that workshop.
So again, you're in the vat room. Um, was there anything you wanted to do? Look around, investigate.
I want to check out that shed, I guess, or outhouse thing to the left.
Cool. Going over to the outhouse, you open it to reveal an outhouse. Um, fresh, freshly cleaned, mind you. There's even a bucket and a cleaning rag and some like just you see soapy suds in the bucket for cleaning it. Notably enough, you'll note that the roof is incredibly durable and that no rain gets in.
That okay. Everything that avails went upstairs. I'm gonna also head upstairs.
Cool. Upstairs on the second floor, doodly loot. You'll note, well, the only way you could have come up was this way. So you're in a balcony. You'll note just a murder of crows, if you will, a group of ravens just kind of hanging out. They're kind of just sitting around staring at a small pile of bread on the ground. You can see the four vat areas. From this area, you can go to your right or your left up some more steps. It's up to you.
Uh, to my left.
Cool. From this area, this takes you to a hallway where to your left, you kind of, again, you can see the staircase going down. To your right, it leads up to an open door that leads into a room with a slightly broken machine that's been kind of crushed and torn. Um, and around the corner to other rooms.
Am I able to discern what that like machine would have been able to do?
From just the ordinance of the room and what's in the cabinets from this area, you make out paper, ink, and presses for leathering. So, for all intents and purposes, it looks to be a printing press or was a printing press. You could see labels and prints on the desk as well.
Um, what is? Do they say anything?
A few of them have different distinctions. Um, some show alcohol by volume. Others you can see are fully printed to show Wizard of Wines, and then underneath, you can see a label that says Purple Grape Mash #3, amongst other labels.
I move over to the room next door, and open that up.
She's opening like all the rooms, guys. She's like, I got this. Just gonna open everything. What do you mean?
Definitely sweet.
That's you can't. Oh, I can't. You're right. You're right. Okay.
The leftover stick monster just jumps out.
All right. So you see the room open to be a fairly common use room. It has two bunk beds and four foot lockers, pretty much laid out. It's almost militaristic how everything is set in the room. Um, it looks fairly used, but everything is very crisp and clean and put in its place.
Is there anything in like the little footstools?
Um,
Just little stools.
they're foot lockers. They're small chests.
Is there anything in any of them?
So you note looking through some of them that they contain clothing, men's clothing, women's clothing, children's clothing, just different types of clothing in them.
Oh, it's just clothes. I'm gonna go out to Sotero and ask him if he's like, I don't know, discovered anything.
Nothing of interest, actually. I just realized I have a question for the Druids, and I'm gonna try to catch up to them before they leave. Have you seen Zulf anywhere?
Uh, no, actually, haven't seen him for a while.
Understood.
Cool. So I'm just gonna make him go somewhere else. Anything else you want to
Mm.
do?
Um, no, I don't think so.
Okay. That brings us to
Yeah.
Sotero.
Yeah, making haste. I'm gonna run outside and see if I can catch up or call onto one of the druids. Um,
Cool.
may maybe I'm gonna just say, wait, I have a question. I'll probably call out to Nameless since she's the only one I've actually made friends with.
Okay. So managing to catch up to the group of them, you note the ravens kind of take from their trees and kind of start flying above you, surrounding you and circling you.
Oh,
Um, the druids just stop and kind of stare as the one you call nameless just kind of steps forward a bit. Ah, cleric boy,
Yeah, I'm so
what is
sorry.
it?
Okay. I have a favor to ask of you. One of our friends was transformed into a goat, and being Strud's, I was wondering if you could help us out.
She kind of chuckles a bit and looks back to the group who also kind of smirk. You could see the man leading them is much larger than them by about a head. He kind of looks over and says, "Yeah, we certainly could fix your friend. Where is the goat creature?"
He could be around this vicinity. I wouldn't. Hmm, would one of your twig like creations be able to like have seen him anywhere? He's outside. I kind of call out, Zolf. Do I get a response?
You do not get a response. No.
Cool. He should be around the house. If you could just spare me a moment of your time, I'll just look up to the crows. They mean no harm, please.
The crows are way too high for you to hear. For them to hear you.
Okay.
But you see the druid kind of nod and say, "Fine, we'll wait here."
I'll go by himself. I'll just circle around the house to see if I spot him. And going to bed, I'm gonna ask, did any of you guys see Zolf? They said they could help us bring him back.
From what I heard, probably in the back of the house, chewing on wood, I think it was.
Got it. And I'll just run to the back of the house. Do I see Zolf?
Hold on a sec. My cat is trying to fight a bag on
Maybe
my mouse
he's
pad. Can you get off?
maybe he's trying to tear a hole in a door.
He might.
Mhm.
I know he's trying to tear a hole in the bag. So from the south of the house, you do indeed see and locate Zolf. He's just kind of chewing on some wood, hanging out.
Okay. I'm gonna say Zolf, come here if you want to turn back into your normal form. That's a kind of whistle out to him. I can't really
Great.
listen.
I'm down. So guy, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Oh no.
Lovely.
It's gonna be embarrassing if he doesn't roll a 4.
Hey, dice.
Mm.
I was about to. Okay.
Cool. So you get the full choice of what you want to do. Do you want to return with Sotero or just continue eating the door?
Stay. I had my
She
fill.
just keeps eating.
I think I had my fill.
Okay, hold on because okay, all right.
Oh wow, there's
I'm trying
was-
not
it's
Oh
the
my
cat.
goodness!
That,
It's the cat.
all right.
Yo, man.
Oh my god.
The
Yo,
cat
what
is
is the
just
secret message
assaulting his
cat-
keyboard.
There's
Yo,
just
What is the
3
secret message the
computers.
cat is trying to tell us?
Yo.
Maybe he's trying to
don't
tell
know.
us to
Just
stop playing so he could
oh
get fed.
wow.
I don't know.
Get food,
Like,
bro.
yo, this
3
cat is just talking
computers
in
all
code.
making just
Morse
beeping
code,
noises.
bro. It's all Morse code,
Terrible.
guys.
It's actually a
It's
pretty good
Morse.
pattern.
I mean,
This is
that's
Morse
the. I mean,
code.
hell,
It's
that cat is
decent.
learning quick.
It's decent. What do we got? All
Yo,
right.
this cat's just talking in code, man.
Um, shit, I can't. Okay, so you're going with them, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's just wrap that up. So I'm going to so getting back to the druids, you note that they are quite well, they're laughing hysterically at the fact that one of your party members is a goat. Um, notably enough, the head druid kind of snaps his finger and goes, "Ha ha, I was right. It's always the goat. You know, they could polymorph you into anything, but it's always a goat." And he kind of shakes his head. Um, you could see him kind of like point directly at Zolf as a green light emanates his hand. You can hear him whisper something. Um, it's too late for me to pause stuff, so Zolf hears it as um, go back from which you came. With this immediately, you're transformed back into your former self as you kind of just sit there on your knees looking up at the druids and just looking around. They kind of like encircle you and just kind of stare at you. The head druid kind of just shakes his head. Rise, my child.
Our eyes.
Oh, jeez.
Um. Thank you very much for that.
God damn it. Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Like my
Check this out.
child and seek salvation.
So you immediately realize that you're nauseous, six to your stomach. Go ahead and make a constitution save for me.
Oh boy,
Damn.
all that stuff he ate is coming right back up.
Yo, you about to
Naturally.
barf up a bunch of grass?
Damn.
Freaking wood door.
Are we able to see him get nauseous, like from where we are?
That's my call. My call's a 1.
I
Damn.
mean, hey,
Right.
I'm outside in the front. I got a
Ugh.
front row seat.
It's
I'm
just kind of, yeah.
I'm just trying to get out of the splash zone because that's nasty.
Oh, so you managed to contain yourself. You managed to contain yourself just enough to kind of thank the druids and kind of turn away, looking back towards the winery. You note that the nausea doesn't go away, but
Obviously.
you just contain, you contain it for now. But you have been stricken with just an intense nausea. Just make a note of that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have to force you to throw all that up later.
All right.
Yo, Heimlich maneuver. Heimlich maneuver.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'll just thank, I'll just thank the druids, and then heading back to where I was at the beginning, I'll just place the tools. Since seeing I have no use for them, I'll just place all of them down, all 4 of them, and in my turn.
Yeah, someone's gotta fix that workshop up. It got blasted.
Freaking who? Not me. Actually, I probably could.
Put 2 on both tables.
You know, I think I probably could repair a few woodwork things.
Okay, doke. Let's see. Whose turn were we on? We were on Exalt, and that was Taro. Cool. So I just want to get everybody out of the way. So we have Kester, Tilgrim, and Bennett. Did you guys want to do anything in that order?
Is there any misgivings that I have? Actually, I probably should go get more brown mold because you know you never know when I'll need that shit. And I got like so much like poisoned liquor. So yeah. Actually, let me just go get like a little bit more brown wool.
Cool. Roll nature check for me.
Yes, sirree. I will do just that. A 20 -1. Ah, I'm not very in tune with nature. Son of a bit.
How did you manage to roll a 0?
I'm sick. I'm just special, bro.
Bro, that's
That's
rough.
more impressive than a nat 20 in my eyes. That's way more
Bro,
impressive than
you
a nat
get
20.
literally nothing.
That is
Actually,
way
you
more
get-
impressive.
Oh man.
That is
So
way more
yeah.
impressive.
So you scraping off the sides of the mold, for some reason it's so brittle that it kind of just the spores kind of explode and you just see
Oh shit.
a cloud of like brown dust kind of hit the room. The impact causes all the spores in the room to kind of burst as they fill the
No.
room with just this like this immense kind of like thick brown kind of smog.
Oh shit.
Um,
It's
while
the
this
worst
is
thing.
while they are not toxic by any means, you inhale just a mass amount of this comes through your mask and just permeates into your face. Go ahead and make a Constitution save for me.
Oh, this is the worst thing. Now I'm gonna have to replace all of this mold. Oh my god.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh no.
Never
This is
in
the
my
worst
life.
thing.
Never in my life did I think I'd see a nat 0. Well, not a
Yo,
nat
close
0,
the
but a
door.
modified 0.
12.
Like, yo,
So you are immediately kind of stricken nauseous as you kind of pass out in the middle of this kind of secret passage in the basement of the winery. Yeah, and that's gonna end your turn.
Wait a minute, that's your con save?
Damn.
Yeah, I mean it's +3.
I mean, tank it, yes.
Weren't sorcerers
That's
proficient in
the
con?
worst.
I think.
I am proficient. That's the proficiency. It's
Yeah.
1 plus
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Others,
you used
barbarians.
you didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I put it in Dex. Yeah, I put the second one in Dex. I didn't put it in con straight.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
He built for
So
hope.
yeah. It's the
Uh,
I
worst.
mean, he said he was going down there, so we know.
Uh.
No.
It's
Okay.
true. So that brings up Tilgrim and then Bennett.
I have to replace all of that.
So
Shit.
Oh,
he's
I didn't really have any.
unconscious.
Well, do we know he's down there?
We're-
He said he was
I'm
going
assuming
down
we
there.
saw he said he was going down there out
Yeah,
loud.
we can assume that someone knows he's down there.
All right, I'll just follow behind. I don't have nothing to grab, so I'll just follow behind. Yeah, I'll head toward the staircase left.
What floor are you? You're on the second floor still.
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, hold on. Let me pull you up.
Mm,
You're right here at this door.
Man, you're gonna be so mad at me. Oh no.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait. Can I reach you? Yeah, I'm just gonna
Can you
enter.
reach me?
Yeah, because it's too far away. I'm gonna enter this door. Uh,
Oh no,
enter.
no, you're not taking a turn. You're just telling me what you want to do so we can end the
Oh yeah,
session.
I'll just go to the basement then.
Okay, so you're just gonna rescue
Yeah.
Castor. Okay. And Bennett.
Yo, close
Oh
that door behind
wait.
him.
Okay,
Um.
wait.
Jesus.
Sorry. I'm gonna go. I really don't know what's in that room.
It's locked.
No, I know. I'm gonna go ahead and tell Bennett about the locked door, and then just go rescue Kester, and that's
Cool. So Bennett is now informed that there is a locked door in the kitchen of
and
the Mordokov residence.
yeah, and that there's wine in there. If that's
Yes, there you go. There's also wine in the kitchen.
and yeah, and that's all. I'm just gonna go rescue Kester, and that's
Uh, with my turn, I'll well, I'll take a look in the kitchen just because I was told there was like wine and alcohol there.
So you note that there are 3 bottles of something called Royal Vintage in the what is this thing called? The pantry. There you go, of the kitchen. You also know the locked door in front of you.
Huh. Am I able to look through the keyhole to try to decipher what's inside, or?
No, looking through it, you can only see the locking mechanisms.
Huh. So I guess we aren't getting in there. Yeah, I can't think of a reason why we would go in there. Checking on the vat, the one that I marked. I'm assuming it's still marked, right?
Yeah, I just got rid of the X.
Okay. One more person coming back. I guess until they make it back, I'm just gonna try to clean up the workshop a bit. Just get rid of what little bits of like wood from the needle twig brights. Twig God, I am terrible at remembering those things' names. The twig blights and
Can we call him
like
Roach?
any other battle damage. I'm gonna see if I can like try to clean it up to at least make the place a bit better.
Okay, so let me effective. I need to write that down. So you're cleaning. All right. All right, cool. So we're gonna end the session there. Um, so that's going to pretty much wrap up the winery in terms of initial mapping. Um, cool note for things, and we'll get to the rest of it later because of the way you wrapped it up. You could literally visit this location at any time. The map will look exactly how you left it.
All right.
However, when you visit maps for another time, note that there will be things happening maps are going to be very lived in. So if you come back here, you'll most likely not have access to any other rooms other than the main winery. And determining on what you did in that last little thing we just did, that will determine a little bit about how they feel about you coming back. So yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
Do we get any experience?
Yeah. I'm gonna tally that, but
What?
yeah, because you did solve this. All right, so let me get that. Hold on. I have to
Okay,
calculate up the
we reached a peaceful
Skilled
solution.
blights. There's some skilled blights in there too.
Nice.
Hey man,
Also,
Hey,
I got a black stick.
That's
Oh,
valid.
black stick.
just
I don't know,
imagine,
man.
just imagine
Wait,
Bennett saying that in like a monotone
Yo,
voice.
it can be
wait,
wielded
since-
as a as a quarterstaff and get a vampiric strike.
Hey,
so
Yeah.
bro, I need to get me my own
I
black stick.
mean, he's a sorcerer. I don't
Alex,
think he would like to be in close combat.
Well,
Alex,
if it ever comes to it.
since this is like since it's like post session, whatever, you guys do know there's spells that clerics have to remove poison, right? So you can
Yeah.
just take
That's
wine
sick.
regardless.
Do you
And
have
same
that
with
kind of spell?
Yes, I
same
How
with
have
about
that
Bennett.
spell.
we just ask them whether or not it's poisoned in the first place?
And I'm just saying, like, I have the spell.
But what's the spell?
It's just purify
Production.
food and drink.
Yeah, that.
Oh, so you just got that holding on to you and you ain't told nobody? Bro, come on,
Yo,
man.
are you kidding me? Hold
Yeah,
up, hold up. Is
Come
that
on,
a spell
man.
or a cantrip?
that's a spell.
First level spell.
I
Bro,
mean,
Same.
what,
I
bro,
mean,
right,
what,
so
you been holding on to that? That's crazy.
I was just about to
all
just
right,
let him
settle
know, hey,
down.
I was about to let him know that, hey, the druids did something with that exact that, and then just let him know, like, hey, you might want to put that one on the side. I was just gonna let him know that, but I mean, shoot,
Hey, man.
if you could try to purify it.
It's still kind of.
It removes poison. It removes all poison. So that's what's
Yeah,
Ain't
man.
that the
After
Martikov
they
are the one
walk,
who poisoned
after they walk on in, just go up there and purify that poison.
I was gonna let him know. I was gonna let him know like what happened to it first, in case they want to be like careful.
Imagine the Martikovs are the
Yeah,
one who
man.
actually
You
poisoned
tell
it,
them
bro.
that it's poison, then they come up and check. Then Sotero comes up and purifies it. That's money.
Or they poisoned it and then they just murder you because you discovered that they poisoned the alcohol.
I'm sorry, are any of them small enough to have tripped up with a tiny ass keg?
Yeah,
Shut up.
they're
You know, you
literally were ravens.
cease breathing post
They're not
haste.
massive.
Cease your
They're not
breathing.
massive.
Cease your breathing post haste.
Oh my god.
Cease
Mean,
it.
bro, like
I
they're
don't
ravens.
I don't want the
They're
particles of
small.
air to go inside you and leave your body.
Bro, my man really
So
should you
anything
ask
we could
your
have
question,
known,
now you're
Cease your consumption
anything,
of air.
anything we
Sorry.
should know about?
mad.
I guess.
Like know about?
Mr. J was gonna talk about stuff.
He
Yeah.
definitely was.
Oh,
I just
sorry.
started listening to your ranting. So you guys get 300 experience.
Oh shit.
Boy, no boy.
Oh, Mr. J. Wouldn't
Yeah.
Where Ravens count as the books of Brovia too? Can I add that in or no?
Wouldn't they? I mean, you can add entries for everything. So you would just have entries for were ravens.
Gotcha. I'll put that
But
in.
I mean, you don't have much other than like what you
Oh,
heard. So it's all hearsay.
I mean, yeah. I'll
Literally,
write more down.
you guys could probably or should probably take down little lore things because they're kind of important. Like
Yeah.
not massively important, but they're kind of important, especially when you start realizing how many NPCs are in the game. Because usually people don't get how many NPCs are in the game until they get like halfway through the game and they're like, wait, so what was
Yes,
that guy we met about that? And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of NPCs in this game. So I would take down all the lore things you could do. Also, the whole idea of revisiting places, um, that's a real thing. Like that's a real thing. You'll be going to places. Anyway, I'm trying to think. Okay, so 300 experience. And
So
no
if
one
we
died.
have it, we should have like 1,000
So
something.
next session, you are going to meet up with the Mardikovs, go over what um happened, and based on what you what you do, you will either be going back to Kretz with some barrels of wine, or empty-handed.
Mm.
Would we be able to short rest?
Uh, Not now, but that's actually going to be kind of up to the Markovs in a way, since they were
Oh,
kind of
I see.
they're kind of
Yeah.
like mid walk back.
That makes sense.
So depending on their opinion of us. Okay, I see.
So we
Yeah,
just
like
gotta explain how I was ambushed in the freezer and they knocked
Oh
me
yeah, of
into the
course.
wall, making the wall explode. I will have to pay them several hundred gold because I absolutely ruined their cooling mechanism. Let's go.
Damn.
Let's go. All right. Hell
No,
yeah.
no, no. The cooling mechanism is caused by the tunnel itself, not the
Yeah,
moss.
not the mole. It was
The
the
moss,
The
cavern.
moss is just
the mold
naturally
just forms
growing.
because it's cold.
Oh God. Thank God. Because I ain't gonna lie, that would have been problematic.
I mean, hey, he closed the door behind you, so it's sealed.
Mhm. Yeah, it's steel. That's thick. Anyways, there's still like a copious amount of mold, just particles in the air outside of inside of the corridor. Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping
as long as
I'm hoping
oh,
for that one. Me and you can just solve it. Like, there's a cave right there, so I'm assuming we'll be able to blow the spores into the cave if that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I do have like gust,
Yeah, we
lots of
both
it,
do.
lots of gust.
So
That's
Yeah,
the
just
it's
to
thing.
gonna be
clear,
sick.
you know, I was kind of worried when I tried to negotiate with that guy. I had a whole speech ready if the first half of the
so what's the likelihood of us coming back to?
Uh,
Hmm,
heavy,
Well, it depends what happens.
Yeah,
yeah.
I assume that's the big answer.
Hmm.
What do
heavy
you mean?
likelihood.
You said what's what?
No, I
The
was just
likelihood.
asking like everyone, like the likelihood of us coming back to get like more liquor, crest.
Heavy.
I don't know.
I
Everyone,
mean,
everyone in this land relies on liquor, so they might want us back to like deliver a few bottles or act as bodyguards or literally do anything.
Yeah,
that's
all that
it.
stuff. All that stuff's
It
kind of
depends.
like everything depends on necessity and like there's not much like I said, there's not too much like railroadiness or much of anything actually. Like you would come back to see them if like you needed to do business with them or you wanted to discuss something with them if they knew the clues to something. Like each group of people just is a group of people. You might
Hmm.
never come back to them because you may not want to. Like it's not, it's up to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go back
Jesus.
to it because these
Wow.
guys
What
seem
would
kind of
all we have
cool.
to do? Patrol. Because
But like I said, everything's based on a three-tiered like kind of personality system. Everybody in Barovia is hostile to you at first, and
Hmm.
they kind of go neutral to you and then friendly to you if you prove it.
I mean, at
All
least
right, cool beans.
the Marcos myth, we're the adventurers that survive, for the group of adventurers that actually lives.
Yeah,
He's a pretty.
Oh yeah,
I
it,
He
just
it
said,
need to
should
go.
he
like that.
said, if you don't die, but hey, man, we're still kicking.
I just need to go
We're
talk
still
to a friend of mine about his family issues. That's about it.
Oh boy. Oh boy, I tell you what, it's gonna be something.
Trying
And
to
like if I
figure
ask
out.
Man,
questions,
that was
get an
certainly a
axe as a
thing.
sheep.
Jesus Christ, it sure was an adventure, I tell you.
Now you wait for that person to come back.
yeah,
So, as a side note, could they have eaten the little twig things?
I
Or
want to do that. I
did
want to do that. I want to do them
could,
next to
could
that
you
head
have?
move. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn it.
Would
I'm
he
like,
have
damn
eaten
it.
them?
He said, oh, just keep returning. So I'm like, damn it. I'm like this too.
Mr. J,
Oh,
could
damn.
he have, or would he just like died? I feel like he would have
No, he would have been able to eat them.
I'm like, shit, bro. I want to eat them shit.
That would have caused you guys a lot of problems, but he could have.
Holy
I mean, I'd assume so. I just imagine like we walk
Oh, he
into the
turns
room, we're
back
just
to
like
normal. Oh, he's done.
I'm just imagining like imagine we kicked in the door like Rambo style, held a goat over our shoulders and just say, "Stand back, everybody hands up. We got a goat and we're not afraid to let him eat wood." Like what?
I mean,
Oh my
shit,
God,
bro.
that sounded awful.
Yo,
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
Just
Oh
let me
Lord. It gets
Not
worse when I
like
think about it.
that. Shut up.
It keeps getting worse.
You disgusting human being. That's not what I
Wait,
meant.
what?
Oh,
I mean, shit, bro. If a giant wood monster, just throw the goat at. I throw the goat at that point. The
God,
goat will take
oh
care
my
of it.
Release the goat.
The goat will kick him in 3
It's a
seconds.
little mean wood.
Just shut up.
I'm
God
just saying,
damn it.
bro.
Why you gotta drag it into the sewers? I
You
hate
put
you all.
that thought in my head, which the way you said it. God,
I
hate
hate
it.
you all.
So bad. It's so bad. Anyways, we're gonna
Oh,
just have to punch like him in the gut because he doesn't need wood in his stomach.
Yo, Heimlich maneuver,
Oh
Huh?
Jesus.
I'm just gonna punch him.
As long as I'm not in the
And
splash
then get
zone, I
barked
don't
on.
care.
hey, Mr. J, with the goat thing, was there any other ways for me to get rid of it beside the druids, or like there was like only
wizard.
once?
Well,
Nah.
pretty much
Like
asking
anybody
anyone
who
about
could have cured it.
polymorph, I think.
Like,
No.
yo, dispel magic instantly.
Yeah, like again, another thing in Curse of Strahd, again, most D&D campaigns, this is a very open campaign. There are multiple ways to do everything. Like literally, there are multiple ways to solve every problem in the game. So yeah, like anything that happens to you could be solved any multitude of ways. It's up to you really.
Do you still have that ring, by the way?
So like you
Nah.
could have done a bunch of shit.
Yes, it's currently in my possession.
Oh,
Alright.
and is there a way to would the curse like will that just like will you
Hold on,
turn
Zion, I gotta turn down this music in this game
Oh, okay.
because you're coming in super low.
I'm gonna be
I'm
right
sorry,
back.
go ahead.
I gotta leave the stream. Hopefully that didn't interrupt anyone in the middle of their sentence or confuse anyone. But yeah. For everyone watching, that is where I'm gonna end off this stream. We had a productive session. We did stuff, and we didn't destroy everything. Oh, hey, Vu. Been interesting to watch. Had it muted though, multitasking. Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. But thanks for showing up. Honestly, thank you to everyone who showed up. So I'm gonna lead. Hey, how are you? I hope you're doing well. But I'm going to. Yeah, you did. Oh crap! I stepped on my cord to my headphone and it yanked it. That was uncomfortable. But I'm gonna lead the stream over to a friend of mine who's streaming right now. Sunar Cologne. He is currently streaming Genshin Impact. So if anyone is interested in that, I would have played it, but I don't know. I'm not really good to keeping this stuff. I might try it on Friday though. But we're gonna be good night, Vu. We're gonna be back on Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for another session. Episode 10, which is surprising because I thought I would have let this series go by episode 5, but we're still going strong. Honestly, we didn't get a TPK yet, so that's good. So we're gonna be raiding Sunar in a bit. When you get over there, tell him I sent you. He's a really cool guy. I'm honestly been friends with him for a good while. Found him on a stream, and now we're friends. From what I know, he's a family-friendly streamer. Streams a lot of RPG, action, fighting games, that kind of combination. So you're gonna find him doing stuff like that. For now, I'm going to have to bid you all adieu and send you on a raid. See you guys later. Okay. Okay.
Hostile force detected. Arming raid defenses.
Phantom! Thank you so much for the host. Can we get a shout out for Phantom, please? And thank you.
Just list your ammunition.
How you doing,
It doesn't
Okay.
matter if
Phantom?
you list
How
it
you
in a
doing?
case.
How was your
Yo,
stream?
really?
I thought
Thank
like
God.
I thought like you gotta
Oh, yeah,
put it in a
he's
certain directions, or like if you're in your bag, it might break inside your bag
welcome.
while you're running.
I mean, if you
How you
want it to
doing?
break, I can make
No,
that a
no, no, no,
thing.
no, no, no,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no.
absolutely not.
I
No,
wasn't
that's
gonna like I
Dragon's
wasn't gonna like add
incognito.
more difficulty to the
no, no,
game. The
no.
game's like the game's difficult based on just like
I'm good.
well
I am
the
playing
permadeath
some
mechanic's pretty bad
Genshin
and the idea of a TKP
Antagonism.
and
Damn,
the
I wish
fact
I
that
had.
most of the places you can go aren't level based at all. Like
I
and
am
I'm not
good. We're
telling you
playing some
that. So yeah,
Genshin
there's a
Impact.
lot
We
of
might be
like, nah, I'm
wrapping
not
up
gonna
a
add
little bit soon,
increased difficulty.
but we're playing some
The
Genshin Impact.
world's
Let's
already
press
this.
away.
stupid
Hello,
dangerous.
how you doing?
Yeah, let me just
My name's
fix my
Nice
inventory
to meet
then.
you.
Thank
But
God.
Let's see
when we
here.
do the inventory in
We're
Foundry.
finishing
like
up
I
some
said,
of
yeah, the
our
foundry inventory is
weeklies.
based on the weight, so I'm just gonna
Ah,
use
okay.
that.
Hmm.
But you don't have to add cases to it because I mean, as long as you put that you have 20 ammo, you got 20 ammo. I'm not gonna say, oh, your ammo rips through the bag because you don't have a case.
Yeah, like
And
yo,
you're
imagine
like, that'd be weird. Also, there's already kind of a mechanic like that in supplies, but it's not as it's not uh, it's hard to explain. It has nothing to do with bags though.
Oh,
And we're
Oh,
doing
so we're not doing the
Thank
slot things
God.
anymore?
Yeah, sure you
The
are.
who?
The slots.
Sure.
No,
Sure,
because the
Deku,
foundry
in all
I could
honesty,
input a
I'm
system
probably
for it, but
stronger than you are.
it's just easier to actually add items and just say, oh look, that's the weight. It also lets you carry more.
Sick. That's
Sure you
sweet.
are.
That's epic. All right, cool. I like that.
in
Because I was
the
yeah.
just about to ask you
foundry
how
Whatever
big
room.
these
stops the
balls.
tears at night.
We're gonna try to use it on Wednesday.
Orders received.
I'll be honest, I have a lot to set up in it. That's the only downside. Like it took me a month to set up Curse of Strahd in Photoshop. To set it up in Foundry is probably going to take me a month. So,
Oh, sick.
Who killed
because
that?
there's just a lot of stuff
Nice.
to do. But yeah, Wednesday we'll try that.
You just go to the
Nope.
website.
And log into your username. and call it
Yeah,
there.
the only thing is it's a local host, so it's technically you're just logging into my IEP. IEP.
Oh,
IP.
nice.
So,
I also have Albedo and
you can
Chi-Chi.
only access it when I'm actually
We need a
on
swap.
Foundry. Because I was going to put it in the server on the server, but I really don't feel like going through the process of opening an Amazon
But why?
server.
Uh,
Like, I mean, I guess I could use AWS, but I don't feel like doing network.